our 1 year anniversary. That's right. Your boy has been around for a whole year. Can you believe it? We've been around for a whole year.
Solomon,
We are excited to share our thoughts with you about our 1 year celebration and many more years to come. We have to talk about John Cena because it's just a monumental moment. I feel bad for those in the C Nation because it's a toxic relationship. We're going to find all about it. Our resident C Nation fan is here on the show. We want to hear from our resident C Nation, see how he feels about it. I mean, it could go either way. We don't know. We don't know. We got the Alabama ambassador in the house. We got the professor in the house to see what kind of grade he give us today.
oh,
We got Lonnie.
For the year.
He's been dubbed the historian, and we got your favorite host, as he dubs himself, Mr. Ron G. And I'm the number one player in the building. We're live and full in effect. We're going to talk about all Smackdown. The professor's going to put some respect on Jade Cargill today in the show. I'm just putting it out there. He's going to put some respect on my girl today. We're going to get in it all day Smackdown.
Got some things to say about that one.
Right here in the Champions Corner. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with hearing from, my guys here on the show. Let's hear about your take about John Cena. Now, for those that's been living under a rock, let me back up. Just a week ago or so, maybe a week ago, not even that long ago, John Cena officially turned heel, and he had his first ever heel promo in the front of a raucous crowd. Where were they? I forgot where they were now. Where were they?
Brussels.
Yeah, Brussels. They was in Brussels, France. I'm in Brussels. They was over there in Brussels, and he had his heel
Belgium.
He had his heel promo. It was one for the record books. He held the audience in the palm of his hands, and he broke up with the C Nation. So I want to hear from. Let's start with Lonnie. Let's hear your thoughts on John Cena's promo.
Well, as I'm carrying the greatest wrestling championship ever on my shoulder here, the Intercontinental Champion, that's just his history is made there. His historian, it goes together.
One that John Cena never healed for some reason.
But initially, so I'm gonna kind of take it from what initially when he came out to the comments itself. So initially when he came out, of course we know the international crowd has been on fire. They cheering for everybody. You don't know who's a face, who's a heel. They cheering for everybody, right? The excitement of having it there. So when he came out, I was curious of how they were going to respond to him. When I heard pops, eventually we got to the boos, but I heard pops, right? So obviously his demeanor changed, not his clothes, not his music, but he didn't run to the ring. He walked to the ring. He steeled face. It was different. It's like back in the day, the one time when the Warrior walked to the ring. You know what I'm saying? The Ultimate Warrior, because he always ran. WrestleMania 7, he walked to the ring. But nonetheless, he gets in there, and I loved how he kind of, I ain't gonna say played the crowd, but how he didn't even say anything. And they was all in reaction. They were so into it. He was just standing there, right? But I like the promo because I think Cena said some things he wanted to say for the last 25 years. And look, I mean, because remember when he faced The Rock the first time, he was about to turn heel then. You know what I'm saying? He had merchandise made for it and everything, and they decided not to do it because, Make-A-Wish, all these different things, right? So I like that he was able to get that outlet out finally. Now, I will say when he pointed to the kid and then the camera went to the kid, I was like, oh, goodness. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, goodness. Because not all you seeing is that kid on memes and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Which is how we are today, right? But I was like, I wonder how that was going to respond. So I guess I got to wait till Monday to see the next Raw and see what happens there. But I like the promo. I like that he kind of took the crowd on a journey because when he was about to walk out, they started booing. Remember, he was about to leave in the middle of the promo and he started booing. So he had him sucked in, man. He had him sucked in. I think he did a great job with it. I think also Cody didn't do as much as I thought he was going to do. But I will say, I think the reason being is because they wanted Cena to kind of trash the audience so bad that they'll cheer for Cody even more so. And I think it worked. So psychologically, I see why that mattered. But all in all, I think it was a great promo. I think he got some stuff off his chest, and I think it's a good direction for him right now. I just got to see what happens when if they get a little physical before WrestleMania.
All right, go ahead, Jacoby.
Well, I'm gonna start from where you left off and work my way back. I'm sure, quite sure they're gonna get physical, but of course, it's got to be much closer to the show. Much closer to the show, because then we had still 30 some days. Now we're in the 20s, but the time is counting down. The closer we get to the show, the more physical it get. But I love how Cody didn't even want to face the dude that he saw in the ring. He said, "I want the guy on the shirt because this who you are now. This ain't you." That's what he was saying. This ain't even you. I don't know this dude. I don't even want to fight this dude because in all actuality, Cody Meezy should have hit. He should have ran down there and taxed him like the first and the 15th, based off how they did him at Elimination Chamber. Right. But the fact that he came out there, walked down, and gave him the old verbal beatdown, so to speak, was brilliant. I think it's good, and like I said, the whole line about Cody saying, "I want to fight this guy." Sorry, that's my meter going off. That I want to fight the guy that's on this shirt is perfect. Was a perfect reason for them not to be physical right then. And then when Cena tried to talk how he cut him off, that was one of the most brutal cutoffs I ever seen that had no physicality. Excuse me. Because usually a cutoff can be pretty violent in a match, but no, there was just words. But it was done fantastically. The fact that he called him kid and Cody got hella offended. And if you know their backstory, Cody used to drive John Cena around. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, all this stuff, like, if you're really paying attention, all this stuff makes sense. Now, to just solely John Cena, in the promo, I know Professor said before we went on the air, this is like the second greatest turn of all time, and I wholeheartedly agree. Like I called this turn, by the way. I'm just, yes, I'm tooting my own horn, but I said just 3 weeks before it happened. Like I said, John Cena is going to be the corporate champion. Whether they call him that or not is another thing, but I don't see nobody else winning the match, and it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And so, it was still shocking to see. It's still brilliantly done outside the awkwardness of Travis Scott being there, but John Cena coming out, not saying anything. What broke my heart though, and it's something simple, it broke my heart. Y'all, he didn't talk to Stu.
Oh.
he didn't talk to Stu. Guy. And I went pleased about that. You gotta speak to Stu now. Stu is out there for a reason. You gotta talk to Stu. Like that's my favorite part of the entrance. You gotta talk to Stu because he gonna have something to say.
If you don't know who, If you don't know who Stu is the cameraman. If you don't know who Stu is the cameraman who always films John Cena's entrance and runs out there with him.
And John Cena's been talking to Stu for years. He'll have a whole conversation with Stu before that's why he got to sprint to the ring. He spent too much time talking to Stu. He can't walk after that. He got to run to the ring after that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I got to take this match real quick. I'll be right back. And then he out of there. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally been my most favorite part of his entrance, talking to Stu. He ain't talked to Stu. So I ain't gonna lie, I was a bit teed about that. I said, sir, I don't mind you being a bad guy, but don't do this. Don't do this.
So just real quick, bump those kids, but not Stu. That's
but not Stu. The kids got to learn about life, baby. The kids got to learn about bad things gonna happen. Bad things gonna happen.
Stu, let's go to work.
Right, Stu. There we go. Stu, let's go to work. Stu is getting paid. Stu is there for you, Mr. Cena. You don't do Stu like that. And then, like I said, and you know what I liked about the promo? Because everybody was expecting this drastic change in his appearance, his music, and he said, "Nah, you don't get none of that because you want it, and the fans are treated as a reward." He said, "You get nothing," and I saw he sounded like Willy Wonka on the Chocolate Factory when Charlie thought he won. You get nothing, sir.
Zero.
I mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? And again, this was brilliantly done. Like I said, if Hogan's turn is one. This is to me. This ain't even 2. This is like 1A.
No,
Because
it's 2. There is no 1A, 1B. I don't do that. We do
I'm
not do
just
1As,
hold on,
1B
hold
because
on,
you
Profe-
do
Professor. Let
one
me
or
get
2,
to
A
sir,
or B.
please, sir,
No.
sir, please,
I
sir,
just want to
please.
get that clear. We
Let
don't
me
do that
explain what
here.
I'm saying. The reason I say that is because Hogan's is number 1 for our generation, but John Cena is clearly the Hulk Hogan of this generation.
There's still
So-
no 1A, 1B. No, it's A,
Hold on,
B, 1 and 2. There's no such thing.
Don't
as
disrespect
A1
John
and
Cena
2.
like that though.
All right,
There
'cause
is no A and 2.
Because
Don't disrespect John Cena calling him Hulk Hogan.
John Cena run lasted longer than Terry's did. So
Listen.
whatever. I'm just saying they were both very impactful because he's affecting the children now. Like when we were in our teenage years, when Hogan turned, we was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And
Yeah, I get that. I don't disagree with that. It's just the whole 1A, 1B. That to me, I don't like that talk because it's like one is better than another, or there's levels. I don't know. I just feel like it cheapens things when people do 1A, 1B. That's not what it's about, but I feel like it cheapens stuff when you do that.
I mean, I ain't mad at that, but I'm gonna go with what I go with, and but I think overall, man, it was excellently done. I ain't mad at it. I need a whole I need a segment called "I Ain't Mad at That."
We need to
Shut
I
down.
would say, go ahead, Lon.
I just want to add one more thing to it that stood out to me that I didn't get to say. I just came back to remembrance. Cena said multiple times, you know what, I'm paraphrasing, but you know what? I won a lot. I won a lot. But now think about it. This could be like the catalyst of this whole thing. He's on a streak of losing right now. So
He
now
won
it's
the
like,
Elimination Chamber.
well, I mean, yeah, he won now. I'm talking about previously. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then being the runner up at the Rumble. I mean, how pissed off can you get from that, right? And every time that happens, like people, that's the biggest itch, right? The scratch, especially on the way to WrestleMania. So, because now you got to go through a chamber match or something like that,
Mhm.
a little bit more brutal. So I think that was like the switch for him. So now with this attitude, and I just think I'm just looking forward to see what they do on Raw this week when they're under the same roof again. I want to see what's going to be the response here. Yeah.
Well, it's major heel work at work, might I say. I mean, I don't know. I just have a strange affection for these heels, but he's doing good work. My hats is off to Mr. John Cena. But you, C Nation people, I'm talking about you, all three of you that's watching right now. I'm talking about you guys. You, C Nation, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. You treated this man like that for 25 years. What a way to treat that man. You guys need to be ashamed of yourself. Treat that man so bad for 25 years. I mean, of course, this is not my words. This is what he said. He said, y'all treated him badly 25 years.
Is he lying though?
Ron,
That's the one part of the promo I didn't like.
Ron, unpack that for us because you are part of that C Nation that he's talking about.
He's talking about the Cena sucks people. That's what he's saying is treating him bad.
No,
he's saying
let
me finish.
You guys.
No, he said I'm just saying I'm be transparent with it. He said that Cena sucks people have treated him bad. He said that Let's Go Cena people are taking from him and stealing his essence, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. I don't know. But I ain't like I'm just stop being a fan because I know it's heel work. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna still be a fan, heel work or not. But if you want to be kayfabe, oh damn, John Cena, you are a bastard. I mean, if you want to be kayfabe about it, like come on. Because I done spent my money. I done spent my money and got all these every color T-shirt. And so you can't tell me I'm still in the damn thing because I done spent hard work and money and put you on your pedestal. Where you at right now?
Hold on, Professor.
There it is.
That's that toxic relationship we're talking about right there.
That ain't toxic. That's called me come to a show and somebody I like, I'm spending the money on them.
Yep. Nope, there it is. That's what I wanted to hear.
Only with that, he's finding a way to just get a boo from everybody. He pulled out something out his ass and say, "Oh, oh, y'all ain't did nothing for me. Y'all taking and taking and taking, and y'all ain't really living up to these words of hustle, loyalty, respect." And I ain't with that because I hustle every day with my job. I got loyal to my friends that's right here on this show. I get respect from the family and everybody I know.
Boom.
So that I'm living every word of that.
Now he did give y'all his morals, values, and principles. And what did you guys do? What did you do to the man? What did you do to him? You wanted more?
Hey, I see the other side. I understand. The other side, I understand.
Wanted more and more and more. That's what he said. You wanted more and more. You just couldn't get enough.
You're so childish and petty. Oh my God.
Right. Like I said, it just is heel work. So that's why I ain't feeding too much into it.
Now,
because he gonna be a babyface by the time this year over with.
I sure hope not. Why? You're here now. You're here now. You're here now. Hey, once you get a taste of this, you don't go back. Tell him, Lonnie. Lonnie, you know how you want to tell him. Tell him the truth.
Look. Well, see, first of all, thank you for cutting the promo.
Hey, I'm saying, if y'all want to talk kayfabe, I'll talk kayfabe.
Let that man cook.
Look, kayfabe, your fade, my fade, you just cut a promo. Okay.
I'm just saying what it is.
Hey,
Cena been making up stuff about his real fans.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this: if you want to go kayfabe with it like this, yeah, you can say all that. Yeah, he's successful now. Those fans supporting him over those years, right? And then he had the fans that say Cena Chuck, and he had to go through that. I mean, look at the ECW crowd. I mean, my goodness. When he fought RBD, all people,
right?
This man had his shirt thrown back to him.
That was cool.
That's what I said. I brought that up last episode because that's one of the reasons I like Cena, because he's able to brush that off and keep on and shut that crowd up, which is what he did on that show.
Yeah,
with you saying that's a part of that toxic relationship that he's talking
about. No. Wait. Hold on. Let me get this one, y'all. Let me get this one. That wasn't a toxic relationship. That was ECW faithful. ECW faithful.
Wait a minute.
Remember,
that's beyond that though, because he was getting booed other places too, but just not as hard because it was Philly.
But I'm saying that's what I think about it though, because it is ECW faithful. That's why I think that's an exception to some degree.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, Ed speared him at the end of the night, and he got cheered for that as a heel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They hit him with something. He cost him the match, and RVD became double champion. So my point is, if you're looking at it from what he said on that promo, you know that. Facing being the hottest face at WrestleMania 21 to being booed at WrestleMania 22 just a year later.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me, who did he beat at WrestleMania 22? Who did he make tap out?
The Game.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Hold up.
That was strange. That's strange. That had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, that was strange. He caught a spell now.
That
had nothing to do with this moment. Like,
Sean, I'm trying to help you out, Sean. I'm trying to bring up a Triple H. I'm trying to bring up a Triple H moment before you do.
You were mad. You were mad because I've seen my guys more times this past decade than you've seen your guy. That's what your guy.
I ain't mad. I just asked a question.
Your guy on the tag drop. Now listen, let me let you know this. That's so irrelevant. And it's in the man's song, Play the Game, You'll Never Be the Same, right? So here we are. John Cena finally got a taste of the good life of being a heel. He ain't going back. But continue. Continue. I'll let you continue. I'll let you have it for this moment.
What I'm saying is, this man, if you're going back all these things that led up to this particular moment, things that
what you talking about did not lead up to this moment.
What are you talking about, man?
What you just said. What you just said did not lead up to this moment.
Listen, I ain't talking about WrestleMania 22 no more. I'm past that.
Please make it clear.
Hey, so what I'm saying is, from ECW to being turned on in general, all these different things that happened, I think he let it all out on that promo Monday. You know, things he could have said back then, maybe things he already had, but he let it all out. You know what I'm saying? And now, with doing that, I think he's going to take it to another level even further now. Because now he got it off his chest. Now let's see how he chops it up moving forward. Because heel or face, Cena going to chop the mic, man. You know what I'm saying? He going to be hot on that mic. You know what I'm saying? And that's what make for interesting things. Now, what I want to hear, which we didn't hear, is why did he join The Rock?
Yep,
You won't hear that right away, of course.
that's fine. It's just
This-
wait to hear.
I just want to know why. Because remember,
Well, this
Remember.
was between him and this was between him and his relationship with his fans. That's what that was for.
yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is, again, what's my favorite thing? It's a lot of meat on that bone. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. You know, they talked in the back. I mean, what happened? You know, Cena. You know, yeah, I need you to do this. Okay. I know you're gonna win. I need you to do this though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna happen? I want to hear that reasoning behind that. That's all I'm saying.
He saw the light. That's what it was. He saw the light.
Okay.
Go ahead, BJ.
Oh, I don't know. There's not really much else to say. A lot of people said a lot of things. If I had to say anything, it was a great promo. Again, like Solani said, I'm waiting to hear his reasoning with The Rock. And I don't know. I agree with RC, everything he said, because Cena's wrong about what he said with Cena Nation. I mean, the one for Cena Nation, he wouldn't be Cena. So it's like, I don't know. To me, I will say this. His heel promo is the one of the few heel promos I cannot sit there and see the justification of. And that's really it. I mean, I get what he's saying, but as far as like to a Cena fans, boo, no, boo. Don't trash at him. Get him off the stage. He's just rambling.
Yeah.
Well,
And like I said, and that's what a heel is supposed to do: get everybody to hate him and cheer for Cody. Because you heard that pop when Cody music hit.
No, I get that. I'm not disagreeing with that. My whole point though is he ain't right. See, I guess that's what I'm saying. There are so many people talking like Cena's right. My point is, no, he's not. He's a heel. I'll give you that, but he is factually incorrect. So that's all I'm saying.
And I think about head of state, BJ. That ain't right.
I remember that Chris Rock classic.
That ain't right.
well, it was odd to me because as I'm listening, like the crowd was on a. I mean, it was to me it was boos from the jump. So
yeah, I heard
boos out the gate. I heard boos. I didn't hear no. I ain't hear not one. Yeah, it was boos out the gate.
Go back and watch.
John Cena sucks. I heard John Cena sucks during the song. That's what
I mean, they did that, but it's the initial hit of his music. It was a pop, but then they was like they always do. They oh yeah, we supposed to boo this man.
Yeah,
and they boo.
Well, you had the Cena fans who were probably cheering because I mean that's what Cena fans are going to
like
do.
a second. I heard swarms of boos, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It always does that because as soon as they hit music, that instant reaction is just like, "Hey, we up." And but then it's like, "Oh yeah, let's boo this man." We supposed to boo this man, or back when it was fun, just fun to boo him.
It's the start of the show too, though. You know, that's always anticipation of who's gonna come out first.
Yeah,
you know,
and nobody thought Cena was gonna come out first.
Mm-hmm.
It was always gonna be like middle. A lot of people think like, "Oh, they gonna make us wait to see Cena or hear from Cena." Like the middle of the show or the last thing.
I think Cena was like, I think he was like, let me get this over with. Because that is kind of the thing you wanted to know. Like, of everything that happened
Cena
that night.
Yeah, Cena probably was saying that, but I'm saying usually they make us wait.
Well, Roman makes you wait. That's who makes you wait. Cena don't make you wait. Roman makes you wait. Because even Seth and Punk will come out early, which we're going to get to that later.
Well, listen.
Oh, boy.
You know, in the comment section, we want to know your takeaway for John Cena. What do you think about his heel promo and what happens next? But, guys, we have a big problem on our hands. I know we're not talking about this, but let's just flow a little bit because this is, of course, this is not Raw, but we got a big problem on our hands because there's two things going on. We got a Jey Uso problem, and it looks like we got a Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton problem because this Jey Uso and Gunther has now been overshadowed by what John Cena and Cody Rhodes and The Rock are doing. Charlotte and Tiffany is being shadowed over. I mean, it's a laundry list of things they're probably being shadowed over. But one of the things notably that sticks out is my girl Jade and Naomi's feud, right? That's now overshadowed what Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton has going on. In your opinion, now none of us are with the company, but in your opinion, what needs to happen? We'll start with Charlotte and Tiffany, and then we'll probably throw in Jey Uso and Gunther. But what needs to happen now at this juncture? What needs to happen since I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Digital audience. Maybe you guys feel a different way, but I mean, maybe it's me. Does anybody else feel that way? That these storylines have now been overshadowed?
Oh, I do think they're like lackluster. I definitely agree with that. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but what needs to happen? Oof. I don't know. Someone go first. I don't know. That's what needs to happen.
I will. I go first. The fact of the matter is, yes, and this is always a thing, though. This is always a thing. This is not nothing new. But I think there's the straight point that something's also gonna get overshadowed, especially when it comes to like specifically title to title type of thing. Because one of the things we always ask ourselves in the Royal Rumble season or the WrestleMania season is that who's going to face the champion, right? Although on different shows, who's going to have the most intriguing story? Who's going to face the champions, man or woman? And in this particular case, I think, but I'm going to start with the woman first. I think the reason that Charlotte and Tiffany, although I think it's going to be a great athletic match, the thing I think is not only about Bianca, Io, and Rhea, but also Bianca's tied in with Naomi and Jade. Not to mention the fact that we've been waiting to hear back from Jade when everything happened. When everything happened. So I think in this particular case, the anticipation of that has already overshadowed Charlotte and Tiffany. Because remember, when they wasn't around, when Charlotte won the Royal Rumble, everybody was like, about who's she's going to pick. Jade wasn't back yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We still asking the question, when it's going to happen? When it's going to happen? We thought Jade's going to be in the Rumble. We thought this. We thought that. But now, yes, yes. And then, like I said, with two different storylines going on there with Bianca, yes, it's definitely been overshadowed. As far as Gunther and Jay, yes, when Jay won the Royal Rumble, again, yes, remember, he was starting off every show almost after that. You know, he was starting Raw, starting Smackdown at times. The Yeet doing this thing, getting his props, getting his flowers from the fans. And then after that, you know, we got Cena, you know, at Chamber now. You know, and then we got The Rock involved. When you got Rock and Cody, let's just call it what it is. Rock and Cody right now are going to be the one. If they're on the screen together, they're going to take a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, sometimes I think that something's going to lose interest. And that right now is Jay and Gunther. And on top of that, which is why I say Jay and Gunther, as much as people may agree or disagree, Jay and Gunther would not main event a night of WrestleMania. They would probably open night 1 or maybe night 2, but they would not main event because they don't, and not because they can't do it and they can't, you know, you can't have a good bang of a match. It's just based on what Triple H said, it's based on what people had the most interest in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know. I hope Jay gets the belt at WrestleMania, but at point is we don't know. And then, like I said, we've said on the show before that they have Jay facing A-Town Down Under and Gunther facing whoever, Alpha Academy, Axiom. That was kind of, it wasn't random because I guess Axiom was from the area where they were, but they ain't got nothing to do with Jay and Gunther's story. The only thing they had something to do with is Gunther talking to Jimmy backstage and whatnot, and then Gunther choking out Jay every other week. And that's pretty much all you got. Because we've seen the match before, and so a lot of people was like, they was kind of down on it, hoping either somebody get added to it or something like that. But I don't know. I guess they're just hoping, you know, the Yeet frenzy is enough to carry this match and get excitement for this match, because that's what everybody coming to do for Jay, and they want to see everybody, you know, get hyped to see Jay actually win the title. That he's finally made it this far from what he was with the Bloodline into actually being a main event star and actually being a world champion. Mm-hmm. And that's what they hoping carries this situation, because everybody gonna. Gunther has some fans because they just love how he wrestles or whatnot, but he's a total bad guy, and people are just going. And Jay is pretty much the people's champion, the real people's champion right now.
Debatable.
It's debatable, but I mean, if you in that crowd, and you come on now, it's hard. And the way this man's selling merch, and the way this man moving the crowd, that's the people's champion.
Get it, but like I said, that's not sustainable.
You've been saying that for a year now, though. It's been a year for this show, and it's been a year plus that Jay has had this crowd.
We're
talking about the fact that it's
it happen right now. We're seeing it happen right now. If he's this big of a star, like he's saying, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
But I mean, you got a main event all the time.
Well,
you gotta be the last match.
We wouldn't be having this conversation if he's going to be that sustainable. If he got that much value, if he's that big of a draw, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm just saying he might be the number two. He might be the number 2 babyface right now, other than Cody. And Cody is going to be that main event. He's going to be that last match.
Well,
if it ain't Roman, it's Cody.
That's night 2.
We're talking about night 1.
We're talking about night 1.
Oh, real quick.
But we don't know if it's going to be night 1. It might be the start of night 2.
Well, don't put 2 world title matches on the same night if you have another night to put it on.
Well, that's what they did last year.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick. To the point. I do think. Oh yeah, we can hear you now. I can see you too because you were gone for a moment, but we got you. I do want to just push back. The Yeet thing is sustainable, so I don't like that narrative because I do think you can make it carry. However, I do question how they're doing the booking. You know, RC brought up Ron gave a really good story about Jey Uso finally winning the world title. That whole big moment. That story's not being played out right now. I kind of don't like that because that is something you could build upon. Gunther promised 10 weeks of hell for Jey Uso, but I don't know. It doesn't really feel like it if he's fighting A-Town Down Under. I know Gunther is tackling him from behind, but it's like I'm expecting something a little bit more aggressive from him. It feels like a lackluster story because it's being treated with a lot of lackluster. I know that Roman and Cody and all that are big names. You want to definitely push them, but you kind of have to ask the question, couldn't their name just carry? Why not just put some focus on Tiffany and Charlotte? Why not put some focus on Jay and Gunther? I mean, these are the Royal Rumble winners after all. So it's like I feel like it is kind of being Triple H being neglected. Yeah, there it is. That's the word. Neglected. That's it. And it's not being treated with the best possible care. Now, granted, there's a lot of time left. Things can change. We'll see. But as of right now, I mean, the match is probably gonna be good. But as of right now, it's not the hottest talking point of either of these shows. The world title.
So what we're recapping right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we have a Jey Uso issue, Gunther issue.
I want to get my spiel on this.
Stratton and Charlotte issue because it seems like they're being pushed to the back burner, so to speak, because this John Cena and Cody, this story seems to have overshadowed the other story that's going on, at least in my opinion. But that was just giving you the recap. Go ahead, Jacoby.
So I hear you guys, but I see it a completely different way. And what I mean by that is this. Overshadow, I think, is the wrong word to use. Simply because you can have multiple interesting storylines going on at one time, and that's what makes the product interesting. And what I mean by that is this. Everybody likes this cup of tea, but you might put different stuff in it. So our taste might not be somebody else's taste. Somebody might really be into this Charlotte and Tiffany. I get the story, quite frankly. Is mini me versus big me to me. That's how I look at it. And she's got.
But they finally came to that this past Friday. They didn't do that until this past Friday.
Yeah, let's get
right. But the thing is, the reason y'all might feel like that. Remember, there's a whole lot of time in between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania itself. So, of course, as you know, the closer we get to the show, the intensity of these stories picks up. And it took Charlotte a couple weeks to even pick who she was going to get. And then they had that huge brawl, was that last week when Tiffany jumped off the stage? Everything, and then you had Charlotte with the match against Beef. That was in the same night. This is all to prove a point. Again, where they're going now, there's telling longer stories. It's not a shoot 'em up bang bang like it used to be. It's just not like that no more. And to me, I like the fact that there are multiple things going on. Now, sure, some stories are going to be a bigger focus, but everybody has their own cup of tea. Somebody might like something we don't particularly care for, or it didn't seem that important to us, but it's important to them because let's face it, each superstar has their own pocket of fans and their own pocket of haters. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I just overshadow is just not the word I would use because when everybody's got something going on, the product is much better.
What word
Because
would you use? Just out of curiosity,
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even use the word overshadow. Everybody has something going on. Is there? It's not really a word. There's a definition. Everyone has something going on. So it's not like people are just sitting there. You kind of know where everybody is right now. And the stories that like the people that ain't locked into nothing are getting locked in, you kind of see where everything is going already. So bigger stars will require more attention. That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, it's a reason why they're the main event.
So
Right.
Exactly.
You know
Hang on
what
a second, real quick. No one is saying. Hang on.
More attention.
Well, real quick.
I don't like
That doesn't mean Jay is not a star.
Right.
Hang on,
because
But I know where you're getting at. I know you.
And then, right. And then on top of that, player, we all know in wrestling you better build new stars before you run out of stars.
That's
and
true.
this WrestleMania is really focusing on you got your central players, but you got all these new people showing up on the big time scene, which is fantastic because think about all the people you see now that's main eventing outside of Rollins, Reigns, and even Punk. 5 years ago, a lot of these people weren't even doing this stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The world, the wrestling landscape was completely different. And I know y'all feel like, Triple H is kind of being negligent with some of the stuff that's going on, but it's okay. So anyway, everything has its place on the card, to be honest. And so I think you would use the word overshadow if you value that superstar more than the person that's getting more attention. In other words, you might like Jade Cargill more than you like Charlotte and Tiffany. So you want to see Jade doing more than them, or you might think what Jade is doing is more important than the title. So it's all about perspective, man. But I wouldn't call it overshadowing. I would call it a great overall product because everybody has something meaningful going on.
I agree.
Well, hold on a second. Real quick. No one is saying that no one has anything meaningful. You win the Royal Rumble, you got something meaningful, right? That is caked in. The question becomes, is it treated with the same type of care as it being meaningful? You say you don't like the word overshadow. Cena had a 30-minute promo. That promo went so long that it cut Jey Uso's match to 30 seconds. That sounds like overshadow. That sounds like we're pushing Jey Uso. There's a lot of matches they could have cut out. Jey Uso, the Royal Rumble winner, is the one they cut. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I get where you're coming from.
That's not overshadowing. Jey Uso's spot is set. They're getting the John Cena story. They're advancing the John Cena story. Jey Uso's story is set.
There's a lot of things I'm saying they could have cut from Raw. That they could have kept because the Jey Uso squash match didn't really help anyone. And it's like you could have gave that a little bit more time because I don't know, there's still more to that story in itself. I don't like to say more meat on the bones. There is a lot to that Gunther and Jay story. And granted, there's a lot of weeks left, at least 3 to 4, that he can tell that, but it's just at this moment, based on what we've seen, because we got to talk about this moment, it does feel overshadowed.
Go ahead and get in there, Lonnie. What you got to say?
So I like this discussion right now because it you say something, but then it also helps you think deeply about other things as well, right? So I will say this. This is what I think is going to happen with Charlotte and Tiffany at Mania. I think it's going to be a semi-main event match. And for those who don't know, I think it's going to be the match before the actual main event, whatever night that is, right? That's what I think. Secondly, I also think, and I still stand by what I said earlier, and I that's how I feel about that. But what I would also say, I think this particular Robbie is actually the start of something and not the end of something.
Yeah.
I don't think this match at Mania is going to be one and done for them. I think it's going to be a probably a summer rivalry.
Okay.
You know, I think that's what it's going to be because you can get so much. And right now, with I know RC asks a lot on multiple shows. Do you think Tiffany's in the right spot right now, or the right person for which she's on, things like that? I think working with Charlotte is going to get her there. Because remember, she had bangers against Becky in NXT. I mean, bangers, bro. You know what I'm saying? So she can hang with them. You know what I'm saying? Especially being so young in the business. So I truly think this will be the start of something. WrestleMania will be the start. Maybe another match. I don't know if it'll be Backlash or a Saturday Night's main event or Money in the Bank, you know, somewhere down the road, and then have I don't know, maybe they'll have the Roman match at SummerSlam or something. I don't know. But I will say I think this is the start of something, and definitely not just a one and done or the end.
Yeah. I don't know. But Tiffany just seemed like such the rookie on even with that promo on SmackDown. Because I'm just saying it's showing that, and I really feel like Charlotte's winning this because Charlotte is cool, calm, collected, and she kind of having Tiffany flustered right now.
That's not
as
always,
she should though. As she should.
The veteran, man.
She's the veteran, but that's not always the case. She could be underestimating Tiffany and end up losing. We've seen it happen.
Yeah, I'm saying it could go either way, but it's from that promo I saw on Friday. The queen ain't studying nothing Tiffany's saying. It seems like Tiffany's saying the same thing people have said before, and Charlotte's like, okay, I've heard
that sounds like Cena when he went against certain people. He said things and Cena be like, yeah, I heard this before.
Right. That's pretty much what it is.
I think she's playing her role though. I think that's what that is.
Huh?
Should Chelsea Green have won the Money in the Bank? Should she be in the spot and then Tiffany be the U.S. champ?
No.
Okay.
Chelsea Green was perfect for the U.S. title.
I think okay.
I don't know. Some way Chelsea Green has more of a personality, and it seems like Tiffany always saying Tiffy time, and that's mostly what she says. That's the basis of her promos.
And I guess so. I feel like the personality should have the title.
Well, I think
you gotta think Chelsea Green wasn't ready for I don't think she was ready for that spot right then in July, as much as she was ready to win the U.S. title in December. The tournament was a perfect way to get her over. You're introducing a new title, so you need somebody to get the title over. She was never the NXT Women's Champion. She hadn't, I think she hadn't held any belt up until then. So
don't act like she wasn't over beforehand, because some people thought she was going to win the Money in the Bank.
Tiffany was way over.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying she wasn't over, that she could have won it. I think she earned the U.S. title in that Money in the Bank match, especially with the last spot she took. Because as soon as you was right here when I said it, when the tournament came up, before the first match in the tournament went off, I told you Chelsea Green was going to win that tournament.
Yeah, I said it. That. Yeah, we all agree. Yeah, that. So that's why I feel like her winning the Money in the Bank wouldn't have been too far off either. I thought Tiffany was going to win Money in the Bank because. Real quick, I told Tiffany's going to win Money in the Bank for what reason? To make that briefcase, which they did. That's the only reason why I think she won.
And it gave Nia Jax something compelling to do while she was a champion, when she didn't have a ton of dangerous challenges, because you can have challenges, but you can kind of know what's going to happen. It gave Nia Jax this sub story during her title reign. It created suspense and drama with her, and if Tiffany's gonna cash in on her, and Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea and Nia would have clicked like that. Besides, Chelsea already had Piper with her at that point. So to me, it worked just fine. And let's be honest, I think Chelsea will lose the U.S. title before Money in the Bank. She might get Money in the Bank this year. She needed to be built just a little bit more. I thought this was real fast for Tiffany, but they like her, and if the office pick you, you just picked. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. It is what it is. I don't care for her, but she can go. And like I said, I think Chelsea is in the perfect spot right now. She's getting this U.S. title over. They finally got her wrestling other people besides Michin. So,
you know
what I'm saying?
They were going to give it to Michin. I was like, please stop. Please, if you're not going to give it to Michin, please stop.
I mean, if you're not going to do it, don't do it. So
was
you know what I'm saying? And then this is helping, and then Chelsea is bringing other people up with her. So I think she's in a perfect spot. I don't think what I'm saying is Tiffany's in the spot to be a solo act or a follower. Chelsea can lead her group. Chelsea doesn't need to be a follower.
I would say this: both girls are in the right spot at the right time.
Correct.
Tiffany is over. I mean, she was. The fans were, anticipating and chomping at the bit for her to turn on Nia Jax. I mean, the fans they was wanting it more than anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was like
Well,
that. But it was
Did they want her to turn on her? Or did they just want that cash in?
They wanted to cash in. But that comes with the briefcase.
With the term, yeah, it's one and the same.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So is that really a Tiffany thing, or is that just the cash in thing?
That's a part of the.
No, the cash in is the term.
That's a part of the nature. That's a part of the nature. And everybody wanted Tiffany time. Tiffy time, rather. Now,
Mike, I guess go ahead. Yeah.
She's playing her role as she's supposed to right now because Charlotte's the veteran. Charlotte comes from this pedigree, being Nature Boy's daughter. So I mean, this is what we're gonna get. We're not gonna get nothing. We gonna get nothing different. This is what
pedigree, huh?
Oh, of course, I had to put it out there. I'm glad you noticed that. I'm glad you noticed that, Mr. Allen. You know what? I got a cash app you. I got a cash app you.
Please, thank you.
I got a cash app. But listen, she comes from a legacy. That's what I say. She's trying to have this evolution about her. I just can't help myself. Anyway, let's move on. Since we're talking about, the women's champion, we're talking about all this. But before we move on, any final thoughts about this? This has been really good so far. This has been really good.
I think the promo on this past SmackDown between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair it got me more interested. I feel like it did for me.
Right.
It got me more interested in what they're doing. And like I said, I said in the last episode, they filling these gaps. You gotta build it up to WrestleMania. Yeah, just because it wasn't as interesting before, because they were focused on, the Cena, Cody, whatever it is. Before that was their show. Now, this past Friday was part of Charlotte and Tiffany's road to WrestleMania. So it fills in. It has these gaps have to fill in. And we can't judge it fully. We could give our takes and whatnot on every week that we talk about it. Yes. It's natural to do that, but you can't judge it fully until everything's played out and we're right before WrestleMania.
I totally agree with that. Like I said, on a week-to-week basis, we do great on a week-to-week basis. Though.
It's a week-to-week thing.
That's what we do. That's what Champions Corner is about.
No judgment here. Sometimes you just got to play the game. That's all. You just got to play.
It's how you play
You're dragging it. You're dragging it.
Somebody get a donut because he glazing.
Sometimes you just got to play the game. But let's move on. I want to talk about Liv Morgan and my girl Jade Cargill. Spectacular. And I want to talk about the Owen Hart, I guess, tribute and Naomi. I mean, she had the caution all over her. I felt like it was
her tribute. Oh, I thought you said.
Oh, okay. Low key. I ain't think about it, but it's low key. Yeah.
She said enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
It fits. It fits.
So, what's our takeaways? What's our takeaways on that match? Now, I felt like, I think that's Jade's car. I think that's her first loss in the WWE.
First pinfall loss.
Yeah. And that was her first match.
Second technically, but her first pinfall loss because she lost to Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
She sure did. Yep, sure did.
Disqualification.
Sure did.
And that was like her first match since like August. First singles match.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, first singles match. Yep. It was good though. She needs that though, because that was, what I'm saying. It was just her. I'm sorry, I just started going.
Go
ahead.
Okay. It was like, hey, we putting you out there to swim today. You got to swim by yourself. You don't have no floaties or nothing. Bianca ain't out there with you. This ain't no tag team match. You know what I'm saying? This is just you. You know, and to me, that's good because I heard she was really injured, but I'm pretty sure that she was getting a lot of training in while she was down. Because I think doesn't she live down there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Central
I'm pretty sure she was at the PC getting work in because she knew this singles run was coming, and we all know the longest singles match she probably ever had was 10 minutes max, and that was against Statlander, I think, maybe something like that. I just know it was a minute ago. As far as like a long one-on-one match, and putting her in there with Liv was great because I mean Liv, hey, let's give it to Liv. She has come a mighty long way.
mighty long.
You know what I'm saying? Because I looked at her at one point just like they looked at that redhead girl. I forgot her name. No, the all red everything girl that just was like hot garbage. Like she was bad. But
Eve Marie.
yeah. Jeez,
Yeah.
my word, glory.
Yeah.
So, but she's come a long way. Even when she beat Ronda Rousey for the title, people weren't really feeling her. And now they got the Mona Lisa Live or now whatever they got over there. Like that was dope.
That was dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, oh, that's real tough right there. But putting Jade out there with somebody like that, they had a real compelling match. You can tell that Jade is not as seasoned as everybody else. Maybe it was put in the match to be like that. But regardless, it was cool. And then to see Naomi finally get something. Because I was like, this ain't much of a rivalry because Jade is just,
putting them hands
to ant right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact Naomi changing her whole look is dope. And she did she did the Jade flex at the end. I said, so we just being petty. We being real petty. But I like this for Naomi because we've seen Naomi since the 2000s, and I mean the late 2000s, like was it the 7s, 8s, like the Funkadactyl era, so all the way back there. She's always been the smiley, happy-go-lucky girl. Now, this ain't a John Cena term, but it's a very important term in women's wrestling, and I don't think it's being talked about enough for the impact it's having. For it to be a female wrestler with this kind of impact on the turn, and a black female wrestler at that, you know what I'm saying? You just don't see it. We haven't had outside of Bianca Belair, what other prominent black female wrestler has there been in the last decade or so? You know what I'm saying? So I like this for her. I like the whole. I said, the caution tape. I said, so it's a crime scene. So you're a walking crime scene now. I ain't mad at that. There's another one. So I think it's real good, and I think this is dope. And then this will help Jade curry favor as a babyface, because if the babyface is just running through everybody, why is anybody gonna care? They're never gonna feel like she's in danger.
Because she
I'm not even. I mean, she dope. She dope. Storm is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't that work for Goldberg though? Wasn't he running through people? He did okay with that, right?
Yeah,
I always felt like Jay kind of got that Goldberg booking to some degree. I always kind of felt like that's what the aim was with her.
Female Goldberg, yeah, especially in the beginning of AEW. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at it, but this a whole different ball game. They want people to feel sorry. They want people to feel sorry for Jade. Mm-hmm. She's got to have some kind of foil. Naomi getting this spot is it's huge for her. I like it.
Naomi was very cerebral. But go ahead, Lonnie.
I would say I want to add to this another thing that I'm liking about this. I want to go back to what I said about the engagement with Bianca on both sides of it. I was looking on X not too long ago, and I saw there was a little back and forth between Jade and Bianca. You know what I'm saying? If you got X, Twitter, whatever you call it today, go back and look at that, because they got a little something. They got a little something going on there too. I just like Jay still trying to poke the bear to see if Bianca had something to do with it. Because think about it, they haven't been in the same place really since all this happened. Not talk to each other anyway. Now, granted, Bianca is busy on Raw as she should be focusing on, especially after EO slapped the mess off of her. You know what I'm saying? Like your attention, all your attention should be there, because that girl just
What did
like,
the five finger say to the face?
hey, ow, hey, what did the face say to the five fingers? Because man, she's
Charlotte
straight,
Flair.
bruh.
Charlotte.
She might have lost, you know what I'm saying? So, and then Rhea coming in, putting her in, and all that stuff. So she got enough over there. So this is why I think Bianca probably won't win the title because she has too much going on. And I'm talking about storyline wise. I'm not talking about that she can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So maybe Jay something else had to happen. Because remember, what is Jay not saying though? Didn't she say she woke up and she was like she saw Naomi running off or something like that?
Yeah.
But what is she not saying?
That she did it.
Why does she got a problem with Bianca now?
Right.
Oh,
I don't understand that part.
probably because
I'm not feeling that.
Oh, well, I
only-
know why she said because Bianca was just chilling with her, like Bianca was defending her.
Right. So her
But
only
Bianca,
her only
but
riff
Bianca didn't
was-
know though, so it's
But
like
right.
hold on. So her only riff is that Bianca ended up teaming up with her attacker, so to speak. That's her riff.
Right.
Yeah, that's her issue.
yeah, but
But
she didn't know
no,
that she
no.
attacked her. That's saying because Bianca been spending weeks trying to figure out who did the attacking, and Naomi was the one who's directing everything.
Right
It's
back.
like Bianca wanted to know. She would have called the Scooby Doo kids if she had the opportunity.
Right.
We want to know.
So I'm not feeling what Jay saying on X like that.
No,
She
said
because
that-
Jay was.
She said
I'm
that-
talking what Jay saying right now. I'm
She
saying
said-
What is
Jay.
she saying? I need to pull this
Jay
up. I need
is
to see
saying
this.
she talking about she was answering the question from a fan or whoever it was. Talking about and the fan was asking like, why didn't you just tell Bianca that you thought it was Naomi?
the cell
And
phone
Jade is saying I didn't trust Bianca either. But now that Naomi is confessed that she did it, she should have a big problem with Bianca, but Bianca fired back. And that's what Lonnie was talking about. All this is on X.
Well, I mean,
Man,
she did say in her promo that she doesn't trust anybody at this point. So
But why?
Yeah, but why you not trusting Bianca? If Naomi said I did it,
Hey,
Bianca
listen.
didn't do it.
listen, like Triple H told Stone Cold, don't trust anybody. That's what he
No, it ain't the same, bro.
Wait. Hold on. First of
It ain't
all,
the same, bro.
hold on, RC. I'm not gonna let you get that one because first of all, that's an Austin line.
said. Which is why
GTA.
he said it, duh.
Man, go ahead on. You just you know what? Just drop your Triple H nuggets. Just go ahead and just keep dropping.
Yeah.
Them. It's all right.
No, and Jay acting like, oh, Bianca should be over here settling this mess, but she not.
You grown.
Why? Right, handle your own mess. You got your answer. Naomi did it. Why does Bianca need to be over there? Bianca has a whole world title match. Get ready for it. Now we have two competitors because Rhea signed this contract. I don't know if it's going through or not, but like I said, the only thing Rhea got is that rematch, and she's probably gonna be in the match either way. Bianca has enough to worry about. You have your answer. Naomi attacked you. Handle it yourself. You don't beat her down twice. Why do you need Bianca over there to help you even more? What else are you asking Bianca to do?
Yeah, Bianca said this. She said she told Naomi, Trent, and she's like, it's done. We're done. She said that right in the promo. We're done, Trent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Soon as she found out.
Yeah. So what is it that what is she trying to do? Now is Jay feeling left out now?
No, because when you lie, you got to continue to lie. You got to continue to lie. You don't
You gotta live that lie, yeah.
All
You know what? Am I the only person sitting here wondering why Jay just didn't go ahead and clear out Liv's name at least? I know Liv was wondering that.
Well,
Jay, no, I don't know.
Now she done lost the Leo, so I mean,
Yeah.
I'm starting not to trust Jade.
Come on, say it, Professor. Come on, say it. Come on, say it.
What? No, I don't trust you. Oh yeah.
Go ahead, say it, Professor. Hey, that's an intriguing statement. Because what is going on here?
yeah.
I don't know. I just looked at Twitter. I just saw the whole back and forth that they have, and honestly, I don't understand where Jade is coming from. She's sitting here telling me, I don't trust anybody. Well, I don't. What? Okay, so you got pushed off a ledge, you got ran over by a car. Now somehow Bianca is the one who's at fault.
I don't know if she got ran over by a car.
He just
I don't know
speculated.
what it is.
He just speculated.
Guys, look, here's what I do know. I guess this match may make it to Mania now.
Yeah,
Picking up a lot of
Right.
steam. Don't get me wrong. I'm still. Oh, look. I said it would be best. Oh, I said it would be best suited for Backlash. I didn't say it would never make it to Mania. I'm just saying it would be best suited because I still think it is. But because it's a Backlash, like the storyline is the Backlash of Naomi's actions or vice versa. Jay's actions. Yeah. Maybe Jade is the heel. You know what Bianca did tell? No, you know what Naomi did tell Bianca when she left? You may not like what I did now, but you'll understand it later. So it's like, who knows? As far as we're concerned, maybe Naomi is right. You know what? Hashtag Naomi is right. Kevin Owens is right and Naomi is right. I'm standing by both of these two.
And one of the biggest things from SmackDown, when Naomi was beating down Jade, you see Jade was on the apron, and then Naomi went and pushed her off.
Yeah, to replay
replay the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that was a big moment from that. But like I said, I don't know. I was hoping like Jay and Naomi had some help. I mean, it still might come to that. Naomi having that help to take out Jay. That might still be the missing piece. That Naomi wasn't the only one doing this.
I want to see some garage footage. I want to see the camera now. That's what I want. I want to see some footage.
I do too.
You want to know? You want to know who actually did it? Yeah. What do you want to see? It was Naomi. She said she did it.
I know Naomi did it, but I cannot see her doing it by herself.
Oh, you feel like she was? Well, she might have did it with the devil on her shoulder. That's all we know.
She may have been coerced into this thing. She may have had some help. We don't know.
You're trying to figure out how Bianca can be factored into this. That's what I feel like you saying.
Listen,
everybody wants Bianca to be factored into this somehow.
Well, look, even Jade apparently wants it too.
I don't trust her either.
No, man.
I think of all people, I think Bianca may be the most innocent of everyone in this. She's going to be a victim of circumstance that may cost her a world title.
Yeah.
She said out her own mouth. She's always caught between.
I hope not.
You know what? So,
what if Naomi and or Jay cost Bianca the title at Mania?
I mean, I can see that happening.
I would hate that.
It'd probably be Naomi because
it could be Bianca. Why not back and forth on Twitter?
But why not just have Bianca win and fight one of these people right in the next pay-per-view or next few pay-per-views?
But they ain't about the title with them right now.
Listen, I don't know why we're so surprised. This is just, it's one word for this, but I'm gonna respect my digital audience. It's one word.
Oh,
say it.
This is what they do. This is what they do. This is what women do now. This is what they do.
I didn't want to go there, but boy, I'm trying not to go there with that. I really
no, bro. Don't do that.
Word. Hey, good gracious, man. You said about 10 this night, boy. You better
don't do that.
Well, maybe a phrase. This is what they do. I mean,
not ratchet behavior.
Ratchet. This is good. So,
hey, what was that song? What was that song back in the day, y'all? It's about to be a what?
Girl fight.
Oh my god!
You went all the way back to that one.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Hey, they bought them, throw them.
Hey, I tell you who I don't trust. I don't trust that Solo Sikoa because it's shaping up to be. Looks like it's going to be at WrestleMania. It looks like it's going to be Part 2 and Solo Sikoa.
You can see that 1,000 miles away with that one, Lord.
Yeah, I saw that before my surgery.
I saw that day one. I saw that after he lost. But what do you guys? How do you guys feel about? Solo says that he was coming out there to help Jacob. To my knowledge, Jacob don't need no help.
Can I jump this one off? This is the first time in 4 years that I feel the bloodline is not the number one thing on the show right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and now, granted, they all spread out. Roman's doing something. Jimmy's about to probably do something. Jay's doing something. Solo, Jacob, and Tama, they're doing something. So, but it's not the first thing you think about right now. Get along this on SmackDown. So, yes, it's going to happen. And I personally think Jacob's going to, because Jacob's over. He's the most over person in the bloodline with all those three right now. I think they're going to try to turn on Jacob. So they're going to turn on him, and that's how that might play out. Because you think it's just Tama and Jacob, but it might be Solo and Tama. And then Tungo when he come back, you know what I'm saying, and whoever else, if Lance get called up or you know what I'm saying, all these different things, man. So I think they're gonna turn on Jacob personally.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say on that.
Yeah.
You muted, BJ. You muted. Yeah, you muted.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So I really wish during the Bad Bloodline storyline we got some backstage segments so we could really see what the full dynamic between Jacob, Solo, Tama, that because we got that with the old Bloodline, and all we can really go off of is what we saw Jacob with the whole "I love you" Solo and Solo doing the promos. So I kind of wish we saw that dynamic. With that being said, I am actually not happy about this. I do not want this Bloodline to break up. I don't want Jacob and Solo to go at it. I really don't, because Solo I thought was actually a pretty good tribal chief. What I'd rather see happen is I'd rather see Jacob enter into the U.S. title match. And, of course, like I said before, every Mania match be a multi-man. I want that to be a triple threat or fatal four-way with Jacob, and they can end it however it wants to. And then I guess from there you can have the breakup. But, I mean, I guess we're probably going to get the Solo and Jacob match. I really don't want this to happen. I really don't. I don't want this to happen no more than I want to see Montez versus Angelo Dawkins. I do not want to see these people fight. I'd rather see these people be a group, stay a unit, much like Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. My boys back here. You ain't got to fight. You ain't always got to break people up. Sometimes you can just go separate ways. I don't like that. That's all I'm saying.
Street Profits versus Solo and Jacob. That might be something.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that and then have them break up over that, I guess. Because they're going to break up. Like, that's just going to happen.
Hey, that might be intriguing. I wouldn't be mad if that was a WrestleMania match.
You wouldn't be what?
Oh, well, hold on now. DIY and Motor Sun Machine Gun Kelly will.
No. Street Profits versus the Bloodline. I wouldn't be mad at that at WrestleMania. I wouldn't be.
Well, you got to this man get a segment for real, boy. I swear to God.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. Oh, hashtag.
Hashtag I ain't mad at that. I'm just beyond that. I don't want them to fight either. But I'm just trying to figure out why is so many title matches like right before WrestleMania? Because now we got LA Knight versus Braun Strowman next week.
Oh, you got Penta. Yeah, you got Penta versus Braun Breaker coming this Raw.
See why?
Because you got to have something on the weekly shows,
and you got to your title. You got it.
Right,
I know, but it's like I'm just not used to this right before WrestleMania. I'm ready for I got a challenger. We building up to WrestleMania, and we having a match at WrestleMania.
Well, just because you have a match coming up, don't mean you still can't be defending your title.
Right,
Look,
you got a month, and the beauty now, man, is we got 2 whole nights to fill up, bro. So and we still got a month. It ain't
gonna be that many matches on each night no more.
Probably 7 each night, something like that.
Maybe 7, yeah, maybe 7.
That's 14. That's a lot.
That's 14 matches, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Make them all multi-man. Make them all multi-man.
Yeah, I'd rather be allowed to be multi-man.
3.5 hours each night.
Doing that battle royal.
Oh, SmackDown.
Andre the Giant one.
Yeah, they do it on SmackDown.
What did they do it last year though?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they did.
That's not a pre-show match.
No, Bronson Reed won it last year.
Oh, I can't wait for him to come back.
Yeah, I can't wait for Bronson Reed to come back. I hope he come back and squash Steph in that triple threat match.
I'll be hyped. I'll be hyped.
I'll take it.
Right.
Listen, they got to defend their championships. They can't just wait till Mania.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm so used to that. I can't get.
Hey, listen. I
gotta get what I'm used to.
I know you're used to bad relationships with Vince and John Cena, but don't worry, you're in a safe place, RC. You don't have to worry about those abusers hurting you anymore. Okay, it's over. It's over now.
I'm glad. I gladly get rid of Vince. I gladly got rid of Vince. John Cena got a problem with.
Man, straight up toxic. Well, who wins if they face Jacob or Solo?
Jacob. Yeah, I feel bad for Solo because Solo's still good, man, but he just got to take all these losses.
He's still my tribal chief.
He's not my.
You see how low you got that one? You see how low you got that one?
Well, he's not the tribal chief though, but he's a tribal chief.
He's not the original try. You know, he's not.
I know. I'm just
He lost that too.
I was rooting for you, Solo. I was rooting for you.
I was right in
Yeah,
the
me
war
too.
games, man. I was rooting for you, dude. So hard.
I saw the writing on the wall.
That's all good,
I
man.
see the writing on the wall.
The party. Anyway.
All right. Well, speaking of those Street Profits, what did you? First of all, it's a good thing that they can have the tag title. So, what's next for the Street Profits, Ron? What's next?
I hope they have a decent reign and they don't lose it fast at WrestleMania. That's what I'm hoping. Because
those belts get hot.
I said it on previous show. This is a bittersweet moment for me. I'm happy they're successful and they won and finally won. It's only their second title reign, which I couldn't believe that. If you have to think about it, it's only their second title reign on the main roster, really.
Well, they were injured. They were injured.
That's if you count them swapping belts.
We don't count the swaps.
But I mean,
I'm a counter.
No.
Hey, if you want to count, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You don't count.
It's the same title reign, bro.
They got actual belts now, not them big ass quarters.
Yeah, but
they were injured a few times though. So
yeah, they were
pennies.
But like I said, it's just I've seen them be champions before. I know what it is. Like I said, it may still be a great title reign. They got a lot of contenders in this tag team division right now. But I just want to see something new with this team, especially with the like I said what I see with Montez right now, Montez and Angelo. Montez could be doing so much more in the singles division than what he's doing in the tag division. And that's all we've seen Montez do. That's it. It's Street Profits. We know he could do more than that. And like I said, only thing evidence we got is Elimination Chamber, but we just see his charisma and how he is.
I saw a tweet
and his move.
Real quick, I saw a tweet that said that Montez Ford is what people think Jey Uso is. Like he is what people want Jey Uso to be. He's good in the ring. He's got charisma. He's got all that.
Unpack that. I want to know why. Unpack that.
Well, I mean, like, you know, the full whatever people think Jey Uso is, Montez Ford is. He's got the charisma. He's got the in-ring ability. He's got a likability about him. Like, I don't know. He could be the people's champ if he was given that push immediately after Elimination Chamber. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I thought he was on his way after that. Because they did Seth Rollins like that years prior. The Elimination Chamber was a start for him to keep moving. But yeah,
he started wearing his white clothes.
Hey, he's still out there though.
Stop. Petty.
I don't know. It just has the Street Profits running in place for me. I mean, like I said, championships are great. Tag team championships are great, but they seem like either if they won them or they didn't win them, they running in place. Then they have not being elevated. How I feel like a lot of not just me, people feel like they should be.
You said John Moxley was your favorite, right?
They got stuck on that hamster wheel when the Usos was having that long title reign because the Usos had both sets of tag titles. So
that's true.
Nobody was winning nothing,
and that's part of it too. That's part of it too.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people got stuck on that hamster wheel. The same thing with Roman having both world titles, which is why he even brought back the world heavyweight title. When the U.S. title is your top title on your show, you got a problem because that's not meant to be the top belt. You know what I'm saying? So, like that, even though the blood storyline was cool, the stranglehold they had on championships was not. That's the only thing I wasn't feeling about that. You have enough shows, enough people on the roster, and enough titles where you don't have to have them both on one person. I don't mind it happening, but for it to stay like it happened and stay this way for longer than a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, if we're gonna have people holding on to two belts for forever, Keith Lee should have been an NXT and North American champion for forever. Then. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people got stuck running in place doing that bloodline run because unless you was getting a female going for a women's championship or you was going for the Intercontinental United States title, what did you really have to fight for? The right to lose to somebody in the bloodline? So,
right. You know, even LA Knight said that bloodline storyline kind of stagnated him.
Yes, because LA Knight could have been to the moon already, but they weren't gonna give it to him because of what they was trying to do with the bloodline superseded everything. which is why I'm happy with the product now because it seems like everybody got something meaningful to do. They're not just waiting around to get fed to the bloodline. So
Talk about
even though
unsustainable.
right, you know what I'm saying? That like we got 4 straight years of that, bro. Like I'm straight. Like, Roman don't ever have to be champion again as long as I'm alive. I'm good. It's just I don't need it. I'm glad the Usos are split up. They did everything they could do as a tag team. They did. You can't do nothing else. So let them boys branch out and do something. It was time for that to end, and I'm glad it's over. I was even cool with the War Games. Like that's cool because you had an actual threat on to them with the new bloodline. Like even in the game when you bloodlines fought each other, I chose a new bloodline in that War Games match.
I did too.
I was perfectly fine with it. So nah, man. So the Street Profits is only running in place just like a lot of people were, man. So hopefully we do see something different because I'm like, Jesus, can they and like they got actual championship belts, and I do not like them tag team belts for the decade and a half that they used them because there was the penny belts, then they turned into quarters. Now it's finally gold again. It's like they finally upgraded all the way. So it's just like I'm glad that we in a whole new direction. That new theme music they got is gonna have to grow on me because I'm like they
But
finally changed it back to
they was using that before.
Yeah,
That was on last year's game.
that was on last year's 2K.
Yeah, that thing something they got now is on last year's 2K.
Well,
And so they was using that when it was like with Bobby, with doing the Pride.
Okay.
So that's so it's a heel theme song though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be more like an aggressive theme song. So that's why they switched back to this one.
They characters.
It's just reminded me of Jada Parker shit.
Their character are faces.
Their character, who you talking about? Montez and them?
Yeah, they're faces though. Their characters are faces.
Heels,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, no,
but they're just more aggressive.
Yeah, but if you look at that dynamic that they had
yeah.
against Los Garza and all them, that was a heel face promo. In fact,
Well, then it's a tweener.
Well, I can't say a tweener because I don't know what they done that's heel like per se.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They just that's why if you're gonna say that, it's got to be a tweener. But to me, they're still baby faces. They're just more. They turned up the heat some.
Yeah, I think they're just straight baby faces.
To me, it's nothing like ain't no different than nothing than what Trick is doing on NXT. He's still a baby face, but he certainly cranked it up a notch. It's the same thing.
But yeah, still a baby face though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to say, am I the only person who's pretty happy about all this? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, the tag team division has been garbage for the last couple of weeks. This is the most excitement I've seen in the tag team division. It feels like I love that whole segment between the promo, the match, and then even in the backstage segment with DIY and Pretty Deadly. I loved all that. So it's like, okay, at least it feels alive. I don't know what Raw's doing with their tag team division, but at least I know SmackDown's at least trying something.
Get them belts off the Viking Raiders or what. Get them off of them real quick.
You know what?
Come through New Day. Through New Day.
Okay, here's the deal. You're gonna hate me for this. Two things: either the New Day needs to win it to rejuvenate it, or unify the tag titles again. Unify them, yeah, because there's too many tag teams. You might as well just put them on both shows.
That would be great for people like Montez and them.
I wouldn't mind, yeah. Then they can fight other people because after a while you're gonna get tired of seeing them fight the same people. It's like only 5 teams anyway.
They're
So
gonna
I don't know.
fight the machine guns. Yeah.
You can get a lot of mileage out of that many teams. That's a lot of different combination of matches. That's a lot of different types of matches. Like you can get a lot of mileage on having off those 5 or 6 teams that they got. Not to mention the throw-in teams. I can't even call them throwaways, but I'm talking about the just brought together teams. Like it's so many ways you can go. Now the tag division on Raw, outside of what American made, the Viking Raiders, the New Day do need to win them titles.
Yeah, they do.
Because you got teams on Raw too, but it just don't seem like everybody is in a rush to get to the Viking Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like there's no sense of urgency to wrestle those guys. But you don't know what's going on backstage with them either, because we know they both are injury prone, I guess is the word to use or the phrase to use. But you just don't know what their schedule is like right now. Like I think more emphasis can be put on it, and I guess they're trying with American Made because you got to build these guys.
Could be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we both know Ray Phoenix is coming, and the
So they going to
scuttlebutt is that
Smackdown.
I understand, but
Okay.
it's internal talks going on about how soon they're gonna put him back with his brother, if they put him with his brother. That's when you good though. When they be like, oh well, he can go. They both can go by themselves, but they can work as a team. Like that's a testament to talent to me. But we'll see, man. The tag team division on SmackDown is certainly popping right now, though.
Oh yeah.
I would add that I think that it may be like a wrestling. Well, depending on who they pull out of Raw, this could be like another WrestleMania 20 situation, Jacoby. We had 2 fatal 4-ways for Raw and SmackDown. It could be that thing.
Let New Day get it.
Yeah, but I will say that I think the SmackDown style looks like it may go on there with DIY, Pretty Deadly, Street Profits, and the Motor City Machine Guns. I think that could be the thing. You know what I'm saying? I believe that could be the particular one. Because it looks like that's where they're heading. And look how they always kind of intertwine with each other right now.
Yeah.
Interesting. Just for the record, the tag teams on Raw are a lot of the ones you mentioned, but let's not forget about LWO. They're there too.
They are a tag team.
Yeah, you got Dragon Lee out there.
A-Town Down Under.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they got a decent amount of tag teams on Raw. They're just not doing anything at this moment, but we'll see. And I guess Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
They deserve tag titles.
Oh yeah, them too. They're just being overshadowed by the SmackDown tag team roster. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
No, but they are though.
Good call. Good, very, very, very wise on your part.
I do this, man.
Yeah, very wise on your part. A way to play the game. So yeah. So let's talk about your guy, Professor Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got a couple of official matches because we've been speculating that this was going to happen. Now we can actually say it's official. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens is official, right? And then we'll get into the other official match after this. But let's talk about Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens is saying that he was trying to protect Randy Orton from himself. How righteous of Kevin Owens.
Everybody's trying to protect somebody from something, right? You know what? I'm gonna protect you, man. I'm just gonna dump it on your head and just protect you. I see what's about to happen. I'm just gonna dump it in your head. I'm going to take you out, man, because this is just too much for you. And then I'm gonna blame you for doing it. That's just all. Let me just do that. Like, I'm gonna dump it on your head and I'm gonna blame you and call it your fault. And then everybody gonna say I'm right.
Hey, sometimes love hurts. All right. Sometimes that
the
care.
Cena fans know about that.
Aggressive manner.
Cena fans know.
Well, guess what? Hey, he don't want the Viper up now. Hey, look here. Hey, you see, he ain't say nothing else about Cody since the Rumble.
Well, yeah, because he lost the match. I mean, look, he's still mad at Cody. Don't get me wrong, but he's really mad at Sami Zayn for not taking up. Dude, why couldn't he help him? I don't know.
He was right there.
He just stood there and watched this man.
He picked up his tribal chief, though.
All right, he shouldn't have did that. So yeah, no, I don't want to hear that. Kevin is right. Look, I'm not gonna go over that whole thing again, but I hear where Randy Orton's coming from, and it may be a little self-righteous and a little delusional because Kevin Owens has definitely kind of just gotten lost in his rage a bit. I can agree to that. I can admit to that, but that still doesn't negate the fact that he is still a correct person in what he's talking about. He's right.
Delusional.
No, he's tell me what he's wrong about. What is he wrong about? Where's the lie? How about that? Let's play that game. Where's Kevin Owens wrong?
Which part?
Yeah, I'm asking. Which part is he wrong? Yeah, give me that.
How far you want to go back?
Yeah, please tell me.
People are, you know what? You're setting up all these. I'm still waiting on an answer.
He's wrong. He was wrong for attacking Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is a grown man. He can do what he wants. He can do what he wants.
Yeah, but it was against the cause. It was against the cause. You know what? Thanks to Cody teaming up with Roman, all of this, Cena turning heel, is all Cody's fault. Like, seriously, that was a chain reaction. You can't deny it because it was a chain reaction. How did the bloodline whole thing end? If the bloodline thing didn't end, then Roman probably wouldn't be in this position. Cody wouldn't be in the position he is with The Rock. All of this stuff wouldn't be what it was. Nah, Cody, I got to team up with Roman and stop Solo. You little, don't tell me that. You are the world champion.
My professor. Oh my.
I didn't like that. I really did not. I did not like him teaming up with Roman. I don't, because it made no sense, especially if you go back to that Smackdown when Cody told Roman, I don't want anything to do with this. And at the end of the night, what did Cody say? I got your back. What happened? I just,
hey, look, we done been through this already. Go watch about 15 shows ago. Go watch about 15 shows ago. We done been through this already. We done been through this already. Like what? I mean, we done been through it. Like he teamed up with him to take him out. I mean, clearly. And now we also see that it makes sense because now we see the Rock's in there, so that has something to do with it too, right? And then I'm betting somewhere down the road, the Rock's going to come back and talk about that when he teamed up with Cody with Roman. Then when they had their match, you know what I'm saying? So I think all that's going to play out eventually. Now back to your initial question about Kevin. Kevin just mad because Cody said he ain't been champion in a couple years.
That ain't got nothing to do with anything. Because you know one reason I've been champion in a couple years? No, you know why I've been champion? Because the bloodline kept screwing him over. 3 world title matches against Roman Reigns. What was Kevin Owens' whole thing? The bloodline did this. Go back and watch that last man standing match. The referee literally stops counting because they can't handcuff Roman. I'm sorry. Kevin Owens, just like Drew McIntyre, has a solid point that he does kind of get screwed in matches.
It's a last man standing. It's a last man standing match. Ain't no rules.
No, the fact is the referee stopped counting. Hear what I said. The referee stopped counting because they couldn't unlock. There was nothing. They screwed Kevin Owens out of that title.
I get that. Well, okay, then. So let's go back further then. So Kevin's right. I get your point. But why did Kevin turn on Sammy in NXT then? Let's just go there.
Oh, Sammy. Well, we ain't talking about that. We talking about the whole Cody Rhodes thing.
No. He didn't turn on everybody. Why did he turn on Sami Zayn then?
Okay. We understand that we're talking specifically about from the time he attacked Cody Rhodes to now. Because I never said Kevin was right prior to any of these events.
Because you didn't have to.
No, I'm saying Kevin is right about his conviction that he's dying on right now? This heel that he wants to die on? Kevin Owens has every right to go on that heel and die on it.
Hey, look, Professor, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like seeing you getting round up about it.
Oh, listen, Kevin is right. All right, that's all I'm going to keep saying.
Hey, look here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, This is 30 years of friendship plus. This is what we did.
And I have yet to be wrong in it.
I can name some times you were wrong. I can name some times you were wrong. Yeah.
There were a few times. You're right. I misspoke when I said that Bianca lost at WrestleMania. There's been a few times I was wrong. I get my information misconstrued, but when it comes to storyline and storytelling, I'm looking at
Kevin is so wrong, and we all know that. But
I'm still waiting. Okay.
No. I will say this though. I will say this. There have been some things that happened to Kevin, yes, but at the same time, I don't even think Kevin was mad about this from Sammy. I think he was mad still about when Sammy sit there and let him get beat down before he even did something at the Rumble a few years ago.
Probably.
Oh,
what I'm saying? It took him a little while, but he ended up mending the fence and they ended up beating the Usos and that type of thing, But I just feel like with him now, I still think it went back to that title comment. You were mad because Cody came back and took over your spot, and you main evented with Austin that night, and most people still talking about Cody himself.
Okay, but wait a minute. Didn't Cody Rhodes, for his efforts, give Kevin Owens a title shot? What did Kevin Owens kept saying? I don't deserve this title shot. To sit here and say, hang on, hold on, and to sit here and to say that Kevin Owens is upset because he's world champion, but then to go back and be like, Kevin, I'm gonna give you a title shot, and Kevin be like, nah, I don't want it. That goes to show you it ain't about the championship. It was all about the bloodline. That was his whole thing. This man said, you know what? Right. I'm gonna just stop everything and help you, Cody. And what does Cody do? You know what, Kevin and Seth and all you people, thank you, but I'm gonna join Cody and spit on everything y'all did for me.
Wait. So Cody gonna join Cody? Is that what you said?
No, Cody joined Roman. I'm sorry. I might have said Cody, but Cody joined Roman and went against the entire plan. That is, I said this before. This will be exactly like if Captain America teamed up with Thanos and went to Tony Stark's grave and said, "Screw you, Tony. Thanos was right."
I mean, apparently, you know, Tony Stark is back, so in a different way. But we ain't gonna go there. But we ain't gonna go there.
This is not a Marvel podcast.
What a doomsday! What a doomsday!
Hey, but what I want to say is, again, I just love him getting riled up about it because he gets all passionate about it. And I just love it. But what I'll say is this: he probably gonna be saying this the rest of the year about Kevin is right. You know, and I get it. Kevin has some valid points. I will say that, especially towards the bloodline, they did screw him over time after time after time after time. But I still don't. But why was it that the Cody help was the one that broke the camel's back? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Because Cody's supposed to be the leader. He's QB1, right? Ain't that his words? When your QB starts throwing 50 picks in a game, you doggone right the defense is going to be like, Cody, what are you doing? You're throwing us out the game, Sam Darnold. You took us this far.
Hold on. Let me ask you this, though. Did it work?
Did what work?
Where's the bloodline now?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. They're going, each one of them are finding their ways into main events, whether it's Jay, whether it's Roman, even Solo and Jacob.
But did it work?
Oh, I can't say because, dude, you don't know that power. Listen, that power dynamic can shift at any moment. So I can't say it worked because if Roman gets that world title back, which I'm pretty sure he's still going to try to do, all for nothing.
So you have someone that agrees with you, Professor.
Oh,
really? In the chat agreeing with you right now.
Hey, look at that. That's smart people tuning into this show. That's what that is.
Oh, shout out to all the gold.
All the gold is in the building. We appreciate them. All the gold is in the building. He says Cody joining Roman was wild, though. KO has a valid point.
Boom. That's all I'm saying. Look, I get that him power driving people is a bit extreme.
You saying more than that.
I get that power driving people is a bit extreme, but look, Kevin Owens is a bit extreme of a person sometimes. He has a horrible anger issue. So it's like I can agree to that, but I don't mean he ain't right.
Man, listen, KO is wrong. Listen, because this is you use an analogy about Cody being QB1, right? The difference is this is every man for themselves in this world. Every man for themselves.
Until it was time to stop Roman.
The Avengers assembled on that one.
He didn't do it by himself. Remember, 39, he tried to do it by himself, and how that worked out. He sat in the ring with a rubber chicken looking like an idiot.
But look, he did it though.
If it's anybody's fault that we're in this predicament, it's Seth Rollins. It's not Cody. It's Seth Rollins that Thanos appeared.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
yeah. We're talking about butterfly effects, yeah.
Yeah, that brings us to a triple threat right there.
So I guess he's gonna dump on his head next week, then.
I guess so.
Well,
I guess so.
It's a case by case.
So. Real quick, early prediction: who wins this match? Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
Randy's winning that match.
Oh, Kevin Owens because Sami Zayn is going to help him.
Oh, I like that. I like that, Professor. You sold out right there. You sold out, Professor.
I like that.
It's going to be Kevin Owens because Sami Zayn is going to come back and help Kevin Owens.
Oh, Professor went outdoors. He didn't even go outside. He went outdoors on that one.
My time to Sammy help him with something.
Well, listen,
he helped him get hold on. Remember, Sami Zayn helped Kevin Owens during that cage match against Shane. And remember, Shane was that close to hitting Kevin from that fall until Sammy pulled him off, and it was like, why is Sammy helping Kevin?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I would agree with you if it wasn't Sami Zayn. I can't put that much hope in Sami Zayn.
Listen,
wow.
I don't know what to say to that.
Hey, BJ, they say you cooking with fish grease.
Listen, if you guys haven't done so, digital audience, please go and follow all the Gold podcasts. Good conversation, good content. We love them. They support the channel. Go and follow them. Like all this stuff. Share it. Because listen, that's what we do, right? We gotta support each other in this community.
Yeah, we all fans. We all fans. We appreciate the love.
Gotta support each other. So they say
I'm a wrestling fan,
Professor.
And I appreciate that.
They say you cooking with hot grease. I mean, it might be yesterday's grease, but it's still hot.
boy.
First of all, look, if you're using new grease to cook fish, then you some fancy people because you all right. I use the same grease.
Right. Okay.
Hey, you better believe.
Don't let it go to waste.
Right?
Don't let it go to waste.
You better believe I'm putting out some new oil. You better believe it. Listen, let's talk about what we all knew what was going to happen. Let's talk about our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, coming out to let everybody know, listen, I got a lot to get off my chest, but he still ain't get that off his chest.
Who, Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns.
Oh, this man ain't said nothing for real since SummerSlam. He's making me mad, bro.
He said he got a lot to get off his chest.
Roman Reigns needs to get pinned in this triple threat. That's all I'm gonna say that right now.
He's a tribal chief. But anyway, he told those boys point blank, if you got something to say, come out here and say it. Grimace, as CM Punk called him. Grimace,
That was funny. That was coming.
Grimace came out, and of course, the voice of the voiceless came out, CM Punk, right? And we got this triple threat match that's about to happen at Mania. Now, does this deserve to be a main event match?
No. Not even a question.
No. Not because.
But I will expand upon it.
No, not because it cannot be, and they won't deliver. But what are they fighting for? Like, how do you end the night with that? If you what is it? What are they fighting for? Unless something happens with
attraction match.
Yeah, exactly. Unless it's something like maybe Paul Heyman does something, finally chooses someone who is really going to be with in that regard, and all that type of guy, So other than that, there's no essence here. I think they're going to kind of tease it. We kind of saw it on Smackdown. I got a favor, or thank you for delivering your tribal chief on a silver platter. Those types of comments, And Roman turned around and looked. Like, what are you talking about? Because let's be honest, Roman Reigns, as great as he is, he's subconscious with a lot of things, right? He comes in there. He comes in there. When every time somebody says something, he looks around and check to see if he's going to see the reaction of their faces. The people he's supposed to trust. He looks around and see. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Is that right? And then he says, "Oh, it's okay. I'm happy. I'm good." No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? So, right. so what I'm saying is, what I'm looking forward to what happens because that Brawl, man. And I want to point to the side. I mean, what's going to be the essence here? Now, CM Punk did say, "I'm the best in the world," and he pointed at the sign. So is it about legit who's the best? But you can say that. But at the same time, back to what we just said, none of them are QB1 right now. So it's a lot there.
It's simple. Like we've said, the winner of this match should get a title match at Backlash.
Well, right now you're dealing with
the best. 3
of the most popular dudes in the company in the last 10 years, and CM Punk only been back 2. He was still one of the most popular dudes in the company. He wasn't even there. So, yeah. This is why I say this match is an attraction match. These are people you want to see. There are only so many world titles to go around, and quite frankly, Seth Rollins has had his fill. Roman has certainly had his. CM Punk hasn't had it since he's been back, but you can always put him there. I think this is a perfect attraction match. The promo segment was great. Roman saying Punk screwed him, and Punk said, "I didn't screw you." The Royal, you know what the Royal Rumble is. It's been forever since you've been in one, but that's how.
I like that whole
bit. That's how these matches work. And CM Punk also brought up another point. Neither one of y'all can beat me without the other one's help. I'm the best. And this is what this is about, is being better on top of the personal issues that both of them have with Seth Rollins and the personal issues that Seth Rollins has with both of them. You kind of knocking out a lot of birds with this one stone. Not to mention, this one match is going to turn into a whole nother story for something else. Like from each other in this one. So I'm interested to see how they do it, because I was like, if John Cena had 85% chance to win that elimination chamber. I gave the other 15 the old field because that's the only two people I saw winning it. And when he didn't win it, and the way the Royal Rumble went with the most brutal stomp I've ever seen, jeez.
Boy, I still ain't over that.
Right, with the flagrant. What else I was gonna call it? Flagrant feet.
A personal flagrant technical foul. Just all of it.
Jeez, my God, like that. So flagrant feet Rollins. The way you don't, and then he stumped Punk on the outside of the chamber. I said, okay, so I see where all this is going. So I know it shouldn't be the main event. It's definitely an attraction match. I would put it somewhere. You don't usually want to be in the middle of the card, but if you're trying to keep everybody locked in, this would be a perfect middle of the card match. You know what I'm saying? So
night 1 or night 2?
Get this. These are night 2 guys right here.
Night 2 guys.
Oh, just pump it all. Okay.
That's a lot on night 2, bro.
Hey man, night 2's a main event.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Don't get it twisted, because some nights night 1 has outshined night 2.
Yeah,
So
That's true.
you know what I'm saying? Now, while you want to be, quite frankly, I'm trying to go there, so I don't care what night I'm on. You put me on night 0. I'm just trying to get in. You know what I'm saying? Like
that, right? You
know what I'm saying? But we've had instances where night 1 has outshined night 2 simply because of the performances. We know who in these matches, but then some people, it's WrestleMania, they turn it up a notch. So let's see who's bringing a game, A+ game, and let's just see what happens. But I'm thinking these guys will want to go on night 2. That's my estimation.
Can I add something to that, Jacoby? Because you bring a good point, bro. In my personal opinion, to your point, I think up until last year, ever since they did 2-night WrestleManias, night 1 has always been the better night, except for last year before it.
Right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No,
because
fair,
I feel like the Saturday crew is like, you know what? Follow that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, it's like the takeover nights. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Them man. That's what they had to stop doing them takeovers like that. Because I was like, I remember because RC would come to my house, we would watch the takeovers, and we'd be like, man, these takeovers better than the actual pay-per-view that's supposed to be the weekend for, because they used to do those big takeovers for the big 4 weekends. And so
NXT was showing out.
Oh yeah, man. Because I went back and watched all the takeovers for a couple weeks. I just watched them, and I was like, my goodness, this is like. And then my 16-year-old, he was watching Keith Lee and Dijak. This is one of the last takeovers before COVID took over. They were in Portland. And my son said we were spoiled back then. This was all the time. And so like just them takeovers was just killing the game. Takeover NXT was kind of like what AEW is trying to be now. It might be an unfair comparison, but to me that's how I look at it. The stories are one thing, but the action is a whole nother. Mm-hmm. So
I just think
with that comment.
I think to your point though. So my favorite WrestleMania is 17 because I feel like that was probably the most WrestleMania that everybody came out and delivered, like every match. And when you have something to fight for, and the reason I believe this, and this is my opinion, because the week before is when they found out they barred WCW, so they won the Monday Night War, and that kind of set everybody up to like, hey, man, we won, let's go celebrate, and they did.
Right, they did in grand fashion.
So, real quick to all of this, you guys make very good points why this should not main event. But I'm going to give you the factual reason why this shouldn't main event. Because it's CM Punk. CM Punk whole story since coming back to WWE has been what? I want my WrestleMania main event. Yeah. Well, what the hell would it look like if he loses Elimination Chamber and a Royal Rumble and still get the main event? No, you don't tell that story. You got to put him in any other place because he hasn't earned that main event. I got to be honest with you, and I may be the only person on this panel that feels this way. That whole segment last night between the three of them, boo, don't like it, didn't like any of it. It was very lazy, horribly put together. Look, you had last week Paul Heyman come out there and do an advertisement for the game and just to tell people tune in on Friday to see the Tribal Chief. You have Seth Rollins to come out there and be like, tune in on Friday to see me to confront the Tribal Chief. Then when they all come out there, all you have is Roman saying, I don't like any of you. This is my place. If you got a problem with it, come see me about it. Seth Rollins saying, we got a long history. I don't like you. I came to see you about it. CM Punk comes out, I'm in the match too. And then there we are. That's it. Like, that's it.
That's not what he said.
That's pretty much all that happened.
No, he did a lot more.
happened.
CM Punk did the most in that one, bro.
No, he
CM Punk
really-
did way more than that.
Look, he said, look, I love
Because
CM
he
Punk.
set up a lot with that part with Paul Heyman.
No, yeah, he said, you know what? I'm not going to talk about the favor. That's all he really did. He teased the favor just not to talk about the favor.
No, he told thank you for presenting
Yeah,
Roman
thank
Reigns
you
on a
for-
silver platter.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah,
so,
thank you for-
that's bringing more intrigue into the story.
No, that's not intrigue. The thing he said on the silver platter, is, thank you. Hang on. The thing was, thank you for bringing me here, so now I can attack him for screwing me over on Monday. That was the silver platter. That was it.
You knew
That was
you
it.
knew he
No, that was it.
No, you knew he was gonna attack. He literally said, "I didn't come out here with my right hand taped to hold the microphone." So before
Yeah.
the fireworks start, so you knew it was going down.
And that's the
It's
point.
right.
That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making. That was the silver platter. He brought him out there. That was it. There was nothing more than that. Because the other
What-
thing left is just a favor.
What
That is
should
it.
happen? What should
And that's
happen?
still to come. And that's still messing with Roman Reigns' mind.
Oh, I
Right.
don't know. Listen.
What should happen?
Okay. I am still not very convinced why this needs to be a triple threat in the first place. Because again, we already mentioned they're not fighting for anything. It's just a bunch of guys mad at each other. You eliminated me. Well, Roman, that's how
That's
Royal
all you
Rumble
need
works.
in wrestling. That's
Yeah, I
all
know
you
what you-
need.
I hear you.
Yes,
I hear
all
you.
you need.
Listen,
And then-
I'm not saying.
hold on,
Hold on, real
Roman
quick, real
just
quick.
beat the crap
I'm
out
not.
of
Hang on.
Cena
Hang on.
Cage.
Hang on. Let me finish. I'm not saying that isn't all you need. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me, it's just not enough. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
well,
It's very
because
bland.
you got
And no,
lofty
hold on. It's
expectations.
not even that. Hold on, real quick. If Tony Khan was booking this, I bet he'll get ripped for it. That's just how lazy this is being put together. If this was if this same booking style was happening to AEW, people would be dumping all over it. I'm sorry.
Wait a
All
minute.
I'm saying, yeah.
Wait a minute. But this built up. There's no way Seth Rollins is going to stomp on Roman Reigns' head. CM Punk get thrown over the rope out of the Royal Rumble. There's no way this wouldn't be a combustible point where they're all going to have to meet.
Yeah, I
And then,
hear
like
you.
I said,
but
and then
just-
Roman beat up Seth and CM Punk in the cage. I don't got an issue. And then Roman is jealous about about the wise man. Like
Yeah, I
this
hear
stuff
you.
makes sense.
I hear you.
I-
I hear you. I hear you. Just that it's,
We-
still,
we-
it's
I
taking
know-
Roman.
I
It's
know.
taking Roman off course.
Yeah,
Seth feels like he
yeah.
doesn't have a strong direction, and CM Punk really is just kind of here to be here because he lost every match to get him at Mania.
So
Wait a minute.
you feel this was a filler. You feel that this just
Wait a minute.
Oh, you know what? I like that word. And you know what? Just to piss people off, I'm gonna use that word. It is a filler. It's a filler with big names. This is a filler match with big
Ooh,
names. That's
wow.
all
Hold on.
this is.
Hold on. So let me get this straight. Hold on.
No.
Let me get this straight. Let me get this
Yeah.
straight. Let
I
me get this
think
straight.
that filler
I get you a little.
Hey, hold on. Let me get this
Straighten
straight. Let me get this straight. So Seth turns on Roman all these years ago, and Roman and Seth never really really dealt with that, like really dealt with it. They had a couple of matches, things like that, right? And so now you don't want to see this match, Professor, right?
Well, I'm not saying that. Well, I'm not saying I don't want to see it. I'm just saying it's being poorly built. Again,
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not going to be a good match. I'm not saying this match isn't going to be important. I'm saying it's poorly built.
No, hold on. It just kind of started, right? But all I'm saying is, they now this stuff over the years. CM Punk when he was out when AEW or wherever he was talking mess about WWE all that time. Roman Reigns and Seth, getting stabbed in the back, this, that, and the other, getting stomped in and then thrown out the Rumble, all these different things. I don't think that's a problem. I think it's kind of meeting now, and now all this aggression's coming out. Remember, we just had a cage match recently where Seth and CM Punk beat the mess out of each other.
Yeah, you know
Now,
what? I can be
Tony
honest with you. Hang on. What is Seth's issue with CM Punk again?
the
What's
phone
their beef?
call.
Yeah, the phone call. I'm sorry, I
The
can't
phone
buy
call.
that. I'm having trouble buying that
It's
too. As a
more than the
reason.
phone call.
What is it?
It's about what CM Punk been saying about WWE since he was out of
Right.
WWE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's trying to tear the place down
Yeah.
while Seth Rollins and people who Seth Rollins came up with trying to build it back up to where it is right
Right.
now.
Yeah, but
Not-
that has
Right.
I hear you.
But not to mention, at that time, WWE was not doing as good. AEW was probably the more favorable attraction as far as like things that were happening.
Mind you,
You
real
know,
quick,
hold on,
real quick.
hold on,
Well, hang on, I just want to say one thing real quick. to talk about CM Punk tearing it down, let's remember it was Vince, and he even said it was Vince, and then somehow Seth still takes it personal, which I still don't understand why Seth is taking it so personal like that.
Because Vince had him as one of his chosen ones.
Yeah.
Did you see how well Seth Rollins was doing while Vince was there? So if the dude that's putting me now, listen to what I'm saying.
No, I get you.
I just think about it. Again, you know how I look at stuff a little bit differently.
No, I get it.
If the guy that's running the place is putting me in a favorable position to keep me as the champion, to keep me getting paid, to keep me high on the card, and you talking to trash about the dude that's making me a millionaire, I'm going to have an issue. I'm going to have an issue. And as my friend, I don't hear from you. We don't talk because you feel like I'm the enemy, but I'm not your enemy. I'm trying to be your friend, and you're not being my friend back because you got a problem with the dude that runs the industry right now. So
hold on a second. Dean Ambrose or John Moxley will tell you that Seth Rollins or Kobe don't call him to play that whole game. As far as I'm concerned, that sounds like Seth Rollins don't call back to other people. I hear what you're saying, and I'm not saying you're wrong in that logic.
That's how they're doing this story. Then.
No, I get what you're saying. No, I get
how true that is. That's how they built this story.
I know that's my argument. That's kind of my argument. This is not
so Kevin is right, but Seth is wrong.
Oh, I didn't say Seth was wrong. I'm just saying I don't understand Seth's whole big. I didn't say he was wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's just not a strong enough. Like it just, I don't know. It's still missing that gravity.
It's okay. So you can understand why the problem is just not strong enough for you to have a problem.
That's what I'm trying to say the whole time. This is a weak build. Like I'm not saying the story. I'm saying the story is a weak story. That's all I've been saying. It's a weak story.
It just kind of started with all of them in the same range.
I'm gonna say it like I said it before with you. You got lofty expectations, and I promise it could be a grade A steak, and you'll give that bitch a C minus.
You gonna tell me this is a grade A? You gonna say this is a grade A storyline? Is that what you're saying? This is a grade A storyline?
He said it could be. He's giving you the
hold on. No, my question is based on what it is right now, because that's what we can talk about in this moment in time. Is this a grade A storyline?
I'm perfectly fine with it.
No, I'm asking you, is it a grade A storyline?
It's turning out to be that way. I might give it an A minus, but we got more time to build it up. The story,
okay.
The build up. Listen to what I'm saying. The build up for this story is within the story itself. This story comes from multiple stories just to make this one. This is multiple stories in one match. That's the beauty of it.
You see that comment right there? Vince tore the whole thing. Check that comment. Well, go ahead.
What's the comment? Because I can't read that.
Vince tore the whole thing down, not Punk. Seth's mad at the wrong person. I think that's kind of my issue. Seth is sort of mad at the wrong person for whatever reason he's mad about. Like that's why I can't get behind it.
I don't. Well, to that comment and to that statement, I don't see why Seth would be mad at Vince. Has Seth fallen out of his place?
Because the company almost
hold up, big dog. Hold on, big time. Is Seth any less successful? No, Seth inaugurated the new world title. He's still making bank, and like he's still in his position. So no, he's not going to be mad at Vince. You're going to be mad at the dude that was bad mouthing the company you work for that you're trying to build up. It makes sense why he's mad at CM Punk. Yeah. It makes a lot like.
Yeah, I guess we just saying you could be mad, but dang, why you hate CM Punk?
Wait, hold on.
Right, it's like, yo, calm down. Okay, be mad, but dang, don't be like you just hate. I'm the worst person in the world.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not strong enough to create this type of feud.
It's the same issue.
That level of
issue I have with your boy. So I mean, it's the same thing. Same thing.
Let me say this.
If anybody has somebody to hate, it need to be Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre got all the right in the world to hate a lot of things.
Let me just say this.
I don't even know about that.
Damian Priest, he does.
Let me say this.
I mean, that's why that's going on. Maybe
this is what I believe. Okay, this reminds me of this. Seth Rollins was in WWE. He stood in there when things were getting kind of rough. Kind of like not as bad as Attitude Era or right before Attitude Era, Monday Night Wars. So like Undertaker was there still. So it wasn't that bad, but it was bad. Like they was not doing so good. Like you had everybody talking about AEW this, AEW that, or WWE ain't doing this, they ain't doing that, yada 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 yada. It could have got bad, right? It could have got bad, but it did. Same thing in the Attitude Era. But when the WCW guys came over to WWE, they were not welcome at first because they tried to put them out of business, right?
Mhm.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Okay.
what the reports are.
Real quick.
Yeah.
To
Hold
that
on,
point,
BJ,
though,
hold on,
I
BJ,
just-
hold on,
I just
one
wanna-
second,
okay,
hold on,
all right.
Professor, hold on, one second.
It's a
So-
timeline. but okay.
Kind of the same thing with Seth in that turn. He took it personally. He was like, "Hey, you talking all this junk? You kicking me when I'm down." Now, granted, he might have taken a little bit more personal based on their relationship, but he went out there and tore it down. He's like, "Look, this, that, and the other." So when you see the guy, you got some animosity, But you know what? This professional wrestling, they're gonna make some money off of it.
Okay, I hear you, but let's keep something in mind. What was one of the things CM Punk said? You got a millionaire who could be a billionaire if he can get out his own way. There was a stretch between, I want to say 2010 to at least 2018, where that product was not a good product. You can say CM Punk was going around bad mouthing it, but listen here, those anonymous GMs and special Monday night special guest GMs, that was bad television. It just was. This goes back to the point that CM Punk had nothing to do with that. This is before AEW. So that's why I don't understand that whole dynamic, because it's like, I hear what you're saying, but Punk said a few things, number one, in the company and outside the company. You can call it a gimmick, you can call it shoot or work, you can call it whatever you want to. But Seth, get some therapy, man. It ain't that serious.
Well,
You need to tell Kevin Owens that.
Right. They both need to see the same guy.
Wait a minute now. That was his best friend that didn't help him.
Right, I wasn't a friend.
They need to see the same guy. Because I mean, hey, Seth is saying that they were boys. So he's like, man, my boy didn't call me. So
you know what? He might have tried to call him, but his phone might have been on silent. You know,
like
I'm gonna give you one call.
You always say the cell phone don't work in the wrestling world.
Well, you're right, it don't. It really don't. It really don't. That's the one trope about wrestling I cannot stand. I hate that no one can contact each other outside of the realm of wrestling, unless it's Twitter, I guess.
Which is why Jay got an issue.
Now Jay won't be gonna be there on SmackDown with her and handling the situation.
I think that's a stretch. But anyway,
you know,
I think that's
okay,
that's a stretch. You know what? Listen. You gonna put some respect on that girl name.
I didn't say anything bad about. Did I say something bad about Jay? You know what? If I did, I'm not apologizing. I said it.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Steph, Kevin, Rhea, they all need to see the same side. They need to see the same person. Okay, they all crying over. They all
Rhea maybe. Yeah, Rhea's a spoiled little brat.
They all crying over the same.
Cena too. Cena needs to go ahead and set up an appointment.
What they need to do, they need to go get Daniel Bryan and Kane's therapist and go talk to him.
Now, Mr. Shelby.
So, in the comments, they want to know, what do you guys think the favor is?
Oh, to win this match?
I don't know.
CM Punk favor.
I'm picking CM Punk.
No,
what the favor is.
What's the favor?
Oh, what is the favor? Oh,
at this point, it's just like hard to tell, because like I thought it would have been the number 30 spot for the Royal Rumble or the last spot to come out in Elimination Chamber. I mean, what else could it be other than what can Paul Heyman pull out and help you with? I mean, getting a world title shot with Cody Rhodes. I mean, go to Cody Rhodes. Go to Cody Rhodes and ask.
You got to be back.
That's all I think. Insert him in the title picture.
Go ask Cody Rhodes then. Why you need Paul Heyman for that?
But
Cody Rhodes will give you a shot.
If it is a title picture, what is it that Paul Heyman has that he can talk to one of the GMs to get it?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because Paul Heyman ain't a GM; he's a manager. So it's like, even this whole requesting for the 30th spot, like who would he know to get that kind of pull to make something like that happen?
Paul Heyman. Let's be honest.
You're right. You're right. I'm just trying to figure it out, though. You know.
Yeah, logic wise, like what could it be? I don't know, man. I usually got a good beat on this kind of stuff, but I really outside of Paul helping him win this match, which I don't know why that would be the favor. Yeah, it would have to be getting him some kind of upper hand and getting the championship back. Or I thought it was going to be Paul Heyman helping him get in the main event at WrestleMania or something like that. But
that's what he's chasing.
I'm glad. You know what though? I'm glad I don't have an idea. I love not knowing, because most of the time I kind of got a beat on it, but I like not having any idea. That's perfectly fine with me. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
It
I
just
will
better be
say y'all
something
this.
significant to be all this built up.
Yeah, I will
So
say this. Though.
everybody in the chat, I put IDK for my answer.
Well, I'm not sure. I thought I knew too, as far as terms of like I'm not sure about titles and things of that nature to some RC's points, Ron's points. But I also noticed that doing this tour they're on right now internationally, that CM Punk was fighting Gunther 1-on-1.
Oh, you know AJ Styles also had a match against Gunther 1-on-1 too.
So
Man,
so you never know,
Oh,
man. You just don't know.
Oh.
So
AJ
you
ain't
never
Gunther though. Hold on.
you never know though. You never know. So it's like I don't know. Maybe down the road where he really. I guess the question really is: does Paul Heyman know what the favor is, or he's just waiting, or CM Punk? He's just waiting for CM Punk to tell him what he needs in general.
Paul,
I think he's.
And he
I
doesn't
think
know.
he's waiting for CM Punk
Paul,
to tell him.
no,
I think he's waiting for
I
Paul.
think Paul knows because anytime he brings up that favorite, he gets a little awkward. I think Paul knows.
Yeah. Boy,
Yeah,
you
he
said,
did.
boy,
He did say in
y'all
that
said,
sit down.
yeah, y'all said AJ and Gunther. That sounded like some good food I didn't know I wanted to have.
That
Right?
sounds like a WrestleMania match, right?
Yeah, I said,
Oh,
hey, you know
That
how
sounds
you
like a
get
WrestleMania
you know how you,
match.
go ahead and
you know
put
how you
AJ
get
up in that
you know how you
thing.
get right. You know how you get in a brand new car, you be like, oh, this is nice. I like this. This is
Wait a minute.
nice. Is
So,
this
How about-
y'all rather see AJ and Gunther than Jay and Gunther?
No, I mean it's cool. Do what you do. I want to see Jay
Yeah.
get his, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Hey,
You just,
it's
just something you like. Dang, I didn't know I needed that. That was like one of them. You know what I'm saying, emergency packs. It hit the system good. Just I didn't think about that combination. So it was.
Let me tell you
I
something.
mean,
AJ Styles.
you know
is
what?
always-
I got the perfect phrase for that.
I ain't mad at that.
I ain't mad.
Hey, hey.
But
Not only is there a lot of meat on that bone, that's a whole bird from Publix.
Oh,
oh, seriously.
Let's
Boy.
stay with the bird. Let's stay with the bird references.
hey, I
me
ain't
tell
ate
you
dinner
some
yet. Now
respect
y'all
on
get me hungry. Now I ain't ate dinner yet.
I know, right?
Now, let me
I
tell you
know.
something. Let me tell you. AJ has always been one of my favorite wrestlers. AJ Styles
yeah.
versus
He is.
insert name is already going to be a great match. So
Correct.
yeah, give me that AJ and Gunther and stick it in my veins. I don't no chaser,
Yeah,
all
I
gas,
can't
no
party.
brakes.
All gas, no break. Listen,
Man,
ladies and gentlemen,
hey man, I'm having so much fun tonight, man.
ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
man.
I'm having so
It's,
much fun, man.
it's
Oh,
fun.
yes, with the greatest title on my show. Yeah, I just want to. Anyway, yeah.
I mean,
This was-
I see
Not the
title
plug
is-
like player. Oh, that's
No, no.
what you
Right.
said.
Hey,
Call
but
that
this-
right there.
Listen,
Sean,
we
but
need
this,
to see who's gonna fight for that at WrestleMania.
look,
Sean, when we get
I'm not trying
sponsors,
to.
that's what you need to call it. Plugs by player.
Hey,
That's what you need to call when we get sponsors. Plugs by player. Because boy, you would drop something in there fast. Fast. He dropped Mr. Brand Recognition himself. So we got brand recognition, Sean. The professor ain't nothing good for him. RC gonna watch the highlights, and Lonnie gonna talk about that belt. We got it all covered.
fellas, let's recap. So we've been here a year. This is our year anniversary. Before we end the show,
Yeah.
you know, let's
Oh,
talk about. It's been a year, fellas. Can you believe it's been a year?
It's going by fast. It's done going by fast, but I'm enjoying every moment.
Yeah, man. Can I say something real quick about that?
Go ahead.
I came on first as a guest, and I've been able to do shows with you guys, and it's been absolutely amazing. Doing my road to recovery to get back to the ring, we almost there. And I, you know what I'm saying? Even with all the garbage stuff I've been through this last year and some change, man, I tell you what, this light skin bright sunshine over here with y'all, man. I really enjoy doing these, man. And and it's good. It's good to talk to my bros. Like I said, I've known y'all close to 20 years. I know it's at least 16, 17.
Something like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I made it 07. Was it 07?
Yeah,
No,
man.
I just remember I was training to be a wrestler when we met.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So for y'all to be my dogs throughout my career, even RC got to witness me doing my cash in to win the heavyweight championship at one point. which I'll never forget that night as long as I live. That was great. So just to have y'all, man, it's I don't want to get emotional, but it's super dope, man. And I appreciate you guys because y'all got my back. I certainly got y'all's, and we gonna keep this thing going many more years to come. And shit, hopefully I'm under contract, and then I can come back on the show and boost them numbers some more, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it. Hey, we be in the media room for sure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
For sure.
I mean, Paul and I, we just gotta have a chat. That's all, Yeah.
Oh yeah, boy. When we meet Triple H, we're gonna say this is your biggest fan if there ever was one
in the world, Craig. In
the world.
I'm asking he chaperone him to his seat.
Please do so.
Yeah, man. So it's been a year. We want to thank all our followers, man. This started just as a conversation, like what if, and here we are today. With pretty good success, I would say. It's just plenty more to come. Expect a lot of new things this time around. It's not season 2, but I mean, we on like on season 8 or season 7. I mean, it's a lot of seasons. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Go back and watch some of the other seasons because it's just like what you saw right now.
We get better and better though. We get better and better.
Absolutely. The content has always been there. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, like the channel. Also visit our merchandise shop. Because WrestleMania is right around the corner. Go ahead and get you some of that Champion Mania merch to celebrate WrestleMania. I don't know, buy 1 shirt, 2, 3. I don't know. But hey, do your thing in the store. We appreciate all the support, appreciate all the love. I couldn't have done this without my guys here, bringing all their perspectives. One day the professor will give us an A, but we'll see.
I don't ever grade the Champions Corner podcast horribly. This show is an A+ show.
I know. That was just a stray bullet. That's all.
Oh, definitely with strays around here. Jesus, you gotta watch your head with these people.
We love you. We love you, and we love everybody.
Hey, nothing good enough for the professor now.
Can I say something?
Watching. This has been another.
Lonnie want to say something. Lonnie want to.
Go ahead.
I just want to say something real quick. And this is because I know him so well. But I enjoy this for all my brothers, but I particularly want to talk to the professor. It is good, man, to see you smile so much. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious. Don't laugh it off. I'm serious, man. Like, it's good it's good to see you smile so much, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is your element. I always knew you're creative. And the way you get on here, you talk, you never was afraid to speak your mind. Ever since I know you. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give a shout out to you, man, and just let you know I enjoy seeing you coming on here, man, giving your perspectives because you're an intelligent individual, which is why you're dubbed the professor. You know what I'm saying? You always had a hot take on wrestling. You always makes it interesting. As much as I like to, mess with you a little bit, I always look forward to your takes because you know how we are, man. You know how we are, bro. But I love all my brothers, but I wanted to talk to you, Professor, man, and I'm happy that you're on here with us, man.
Absolutely. I do appreciate that. I just want to ask you a question. Are you admitting that Kevin is right then? Is that No, let me stop. I'm stop.
Look, well, we ain't got the time to go another hour on that, okay?
I know. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, if I had to say something real quick, I do appreciate you guys bringing me on. I've seen this. I've known all of you damn near all my entire life, just about. Yeah. Especially you, Ron G. I mean, honestly.
Hey.
I know Jacoby for a long time too, but I got to be honest with you, me and Jacoby have spoken back and forth, and I got to say, I love doing the show with Jacoby because I like his point of view. He is actually the person who's in the ring. I will admit there's some things I've learned from you while speaking to you. So yeah, Lonnie, I love your calm demeanor. I love how you let us kind of just go back and forth and you kind of pick your spots. And then when you do come in, you drop a gem. It's always appreciated. Sean, I love how you go about your hosting gigs. I love how you stay committed to your guy, even when he's doing things wrong. You do bring a good bit of energy. I do appreciate it. And everyone's favorite host, Ron G. Hey. I mean, honestly, if I ain't seen your face, I don't know if it's Champions Corner or not. I feel like I had the wrong show. Right. I call him Mr. Reliable is how I feel. Like.
Okay. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
He knows how to play the game. He does.
There you go. Doing it for the team, man. It's for the team, bro.
Always.
You do it for the people?
For the people.
Yeah, man. Couldn't have done this
Hey.
without all you guys. I appreciate every last one of you guys. You guys bring something special to the show, which is why, which is why I reach out to you guys. I only want nothing but the best, and you guys are the best. So totally appreciate each and every one of you. Can't speak enough about the Alabama ambassador. If anybody out there, digital land, if you haven't done so already, be on the lookout for his comeback to the ring. He's a special guy in all our hearts. We met him, and it was like we known each other all our lives. So he's been like family literally since day one. So that's rare to find these days in town. It's rare to find. They don't make friendships like what we have anymore. So appreciate all you guys. The professor and I, we go way, way back. We go way back.
Oh, submissioner, yeah.
Submissioner.
way back. We go way back. So Ron, I love you, man. I love you.
Oh yeah.
It's good to see you come out your shell in this show. So I remember you didn't want to host, but I can't stop you now.
hey, hold on. I got one point. Hey, shout out to the Stunners.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Hey, we in here now. We in here.
That's right.
They need them.
Hey,
They need them. They
for
need them
y'all that
shades.
don't know, for y'all that don't know, Ron and Sean were training and wrestling with me. So this ain't nothing just thrown together. We really about this life. Listen, their sport has been unreal, and boy, they'll tell you if anybody tell you that ring is a trampoline, my brothers will tell you that is not what it is.
Listen,
at all.
That's what I tell people all the time. That's when I knew I was called by God to preach. I knew that right there.
Yeah, because that air will leave your body as soon as you hit that mat.
I heard God audible. He said, "So you need to go ahead and preach this gospel." But man, Lonnie, I couldn't do this show without you, man. You're a walking encyclopedia, so I couldn't do it without you, man. You know things that I'm like, man, I forgot about that. Lord.
Oh, okay. Hey, Lonnie
pulling out matches from like 1996 on a Wednesday night.
Lonnie,
Minnesota.
Lonnie is the coolest. I look at Lonnie like this. Lonnie is the coolest dude in your city, even when he's not in town.
Yeah. He remember the weather that night too when NWA.
Lonnie is a walking cage match. Like you need some information, he'll get you that information.
It was a good match. He said I'll give that match probably a B+, slightly overcast that night, but it was a good match for wrestling.
Hey, boy.
Yep.
How do you remember that one?
Man. So appreciate all you guys. Listen.
Oh yeah.
We're about to do bigger and better things this year. So I'm excited. I'm excited, man. So listen, share this with your friends. This has been another edition of the Champions Corner. We'll see you on the next go around. And hey, who knows? Maybe the game will be on. We don't know. One day we'll have Mr. Paul.
Hey, speaking into existence. Hey, I'm with that one. I'm with that one.
Let him come on the show and put them glasses on to read some stats.
Right.
That's right. Hey, we're gonna have to have some people on this year. I'm thinking Jada Parker, Miss Parker.
Are you trying to get somebody in trouble on the show?
Boy, okay.
I'm thinking Trick Williams. We need to get Trick on the show.
I'm working on that.
Maybe we can get a bunch of people from NXT on the show. Who knows? Stay tuned. And listen, like the channel. I can't say it enough. We need those likes. Go ahead and like it. But we'll see you guys on the next go around. Peace.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Man, y'all something else, boy.